This one no be insult. Now cry from the streets. Cry from the villages. Cry from the hungry youth. Cry from mothers and fathers. Nigeria, waiting they happen. Biko, biko, make una come. Mr. Balablu want to finish Nigeria. America help save us. America help save us. Biko, biko, make una come. The suffering too much for Nigeria. America help save us before everything scatter for ground. Teacher losing head for north side town. Whole nation quiet, nobody talk now. Blood for classroom, fear for the road. Still them they argue online for show. Villagers run come out midnight cry. Bandits burn houses under dark sky. Children they hide inside forest pain. Government speech still sound the same. Loan upon loan we no work anywhere. Young graduates they pull their hair. No factory, no stable pay. But new borrowing every day. How country rich but people poor? How leaders sleep while people mourn? Every day another sad headline. Still them they tell us everything fine. Biko, biko, make una come. Mr. Balablu want to finish Nigeria. America help save us. America help save us. Biko, make una come. This hardship don't pass ordinary. Mothers they cry for market square. Everybody living in fear. Balablu they sleep for office chair. While citizens they drown in despair. People they faint inside fuel queue. Still then they form say all is cool. Begin and they rule from behind curtain. Old men they dance like everything's certain. Policy sharp like cutlass blade. Now poor man back them always break. Kidnap everywhere for expressway. Nobody sure to return same day. Farmers no fee enter farm again. Hunger marching inside the rain. Nigeria we love you still, but this suffering they too real. From east to west and north to south, they don't enter every house. No be tribal, no be hate. Now people crying for better fate. Make leaders hear the people voice before the nation lose all choice. Oh, biko, biko, make una come. Biko, biko, make una come. Mr. Balablu want to finish Nigeria. America help save us. America help save us. Biko, biko, yeah, our cry. Too many innocent people die. God Almighty touch this land and bring peace again to Nigeria. Pray for Nigeria. Pray for the children. Pray for the future before the light goes down.
Welcome, everybody. Greetings to you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. There's a lot that has happened in the course of 1 week, if not more, And I don't know if you guys are caught up to the ADC and APC primaries. I'm sure you guys are well aware of how fraudulent it was all done. APC and ADC, there's no difference between the two. ADC just conducted their primaries and is the exact same thing as the APC primaries. APC declared fraudulent figures of 10 million, right? Saying that 10 million people came together. By the way, I don't know if Michael is here. Michael, your Edo State governor said he was going to give Bala Blue 2.5 million, I've been at 4.5 million. Now only 120,000 I see bring come out too. Hopefully, Michael never reach here. You know, go hear it here I talk. Eh? So the same thing is what PDP, abi wetin dem dey call am, ADC has done. There are so many factions in ADC now, it's very hard to catch up. Dumebi Kachukwu has come out as presidential candidate of one faction. Amechi is dragging Atiku by his blockers. Kene, welcome. I'm telling you. Inflation. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Eh? Inflation not chop the rest of the numbers. It is crazy what is going on. I dey thank God every day say Peter Obi waka comot for there. This is what we would have been having to put up with, oh, mind you guys. We would have to be following the norm. Hey, God, I beg you. There's no difference between ADC and APC. There is no difference. The Nephew Gombe faction is still there, functioning, well and hearty, running their race. It's crazy. And they watch the primaries and they say, are you for real? Are you guys, is this what you guys are prepping for 2027? Please, let me just, since I remember now, if you have not yet registered, go and register with NDC. It's very, you don't have to be a party member. You can remove yourself after. But you see, before this election, we need the numbers. So you need to go and register with NDC. If you have not yet registered at theobedient.org, please go and register. I beg you. You see what? I hope you guys are paying attention to how this election, how 2027 is going to play out. I hope so. If you notice, Northerners are not asking. You don't see them asking online, oh, how are we going to defend their boat? They're not even talk. They know what to do. Now, South, na me they concerned about. Is the South ready? That is the question. That is the question. ADC and APC is busy rigging left, right, and center. This is madness. We cannot continue like this. It doesn't make any sense. I'm wondering, other countries are looking at you, and when they come out and say people are behaving like animals, people will be offended. Why will you be offended? When your leaders are acting like animals. Did you see that they pied some of their APC people were pied? You guys see that? Some of the APC to APC, they were pied. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of grassroots mobilization that needs to happen. We cannot continue like this. We have to tell ourselves enough is enough. It is now we by ourselves go deliver 2027. Let nobody be asking anybody questions. Everybody, me, I've said it. If you know that you are your polling unit is in a place where you are the only one there, transfer your polling unit to a polling unit where you can go in together. In groups of 10, 15, or 5, or however way, and make sure you package yourselves. Don't just go there doing linga. You are going into war. You are going into war. Do you see the children that were kidnapped? Did you see the pictures of them sleeping in the kidnappers' den? Did you see them? The kidnappers shared pictures of children sleeping on the bare floor. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Meanwhile, the picture of that man, when I mistake go look, I think never come off from my head. Nobody said anything, not your president, not your Senate leader, nobody. Nobody is saying anything. This tells you that the Nigerian life is not worth anything in Nigeria. The government does not care about it. Does not care. And you still have people coming out and supporting this demonic government. They don't care. They have even said to themselves, even though the man is killing them, they don't care. They would rather support him. You still see people coming out and saying that. I don't think you guys want to know what's going to happen 2027. I don't think you guys are ready for what this man is going to unleash on you. If you by mistake make the mistake. If you have not yet registered, I'm begging you, please go and register. Move your polling unit to a place where you know you can go in groups. Don't go alone. Go in groups and be ready when you're going. You are in a fight for your life. I'm sorry. Meke, welcome. Meke, your governor, Okpe Bloblo, he's saying go give a T-Pain 4.5 million votes. Wetin happen? Now only 120,000. Nine sick bring come out. What happened? I don't yab you before you come. I don't yab you small. Okpe Bloblo, your governor. Oh, Sano boy. 120,000. Now see bring come out. Wetin happen? 4.5 not reach. You not let am count again. I be na no count am well. I laughed and laughed and laughed. I say, wow. Before I get into, because I have this, the Rufai Oseni did a space today earlier on. It was about 56 minutes long. I'm going to double the speed so that we can get caught up on it. But, so you can move fast so that we can. No, my Kene. Kene say the inflation chopper. If to say na wetin dem dey call am flood, corner flood na dey happen for Edo State now. Na carry the numbers and for even agree. He say I will give him 4.5 million. How many million he promise Balabu? Na only 120k see bring come out. Oh my God. So make we quick, may I show now some of the videos, and then we will come back to this Rufai Oseni. Rufai Oseni do like, why do you support your preferred presidential candidate or something? So I go just share. Now they see my screen. Wanna let me know? Are you guys see my screen? You can see my screen. Let me get a yes so you know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michael. Okay, let's take some videos.
I would say that President Tinubu would be one of the happiest and luckiest persons in this sort of direct primary because he doesn't have major contenders. Let's take a look at one of the major contending, primary elections that we've had in this Fourth Republic. You go back to 2003, January 2003, when then former President Olusegun Obasanjo, then President Olusegun Obasanjo was seeking re-election. Then he had the likes of Alex Ekwueme. He had the likes of Alex Ekwueme, Barnabas Gemade, and then Abubakar Rimi challenging him. Of course, he would then go ahead to win that presidential primary with about 2,600 and something votes. Ekwueme got about 611 votes, and of course, Rimi got 100 and something votes, and Barnabas Gemade got 100 and something votes too. Now, these were formidable contenders, contending with the sitting president. I know how tough it was. I know how then President Olusegun Obasanjo had to seek the support of Atiku Abubakar, his vice president, before he could emerge. Can we liken it to the same scenario here? No. In 2011 too, when Goodluck Jonathan was the incumbent president and he was seeking re-election, he had a formidable challenger in Atiku Abubakar and Sarah Jibril. Can we say the same thing of Bola Tinubu here? I mean, it's not the same thing. So you will see that this has been the APC format that they've always had. And I'm asking Nigerians to be very, very careful because this is the same thing that APC did in 2019, where they came to tell us that 2018, where they came to tell us that they came to tell us that Buhari won his presidential primary with about 14 million votes. And then in the 2019 election, he would then go ahead and win the election by 15 million votes. And then you will see what happened in 2023. So it's a tendency that's being repeated here, so that whatever figure he gets from the election of party members, it will look similar to what's going to happen in the general election. But if we were to go by the voting figures that always come out from the APC, I will ask Nigerians to disregard them, because this same APC told us in 2022 we have 41 million members. At the end of the day, President Tinubu just won with 8-point-something million in 2023 general election. So let's be circumspect about the figures that are coming out. APC is not a party to be trusted with figures that come out of their processes and procedures. But as
what's the total registration of party members of the APC as we speak today? That's a question I asked at the start of the show. What's the total members registered now?
At 12 million.
Okay.
It has 12 million registered members at the moment. And Tinubu is being said to have got about 11 million.
11 million.
Where are those 11 million people coming from? Because a lot of these figures are being put out. You see the competition by governors. Look, I have a federal constituency.
We saw them.
Where the figures that were announced,
saw them being counted.
Where the figures that were announced at the presidential primary is more than that of the House of Representative primary. And you and I know that in local elections, there's more excitement than presidential primary. How come the presidential election primary outcome is more than that of, the constituency or even senatorial? When these are people who are closer to the grassroots, you can see that the governors are trying to outdo each other to want to please the president.
Bam.
If the president wants to win 2027 general election, he should be cautious of these figures. And I know he's a strategist, and I know he knows the game, that these people are just trying to please him. He has to go to work, because he has major contenders that are going to come from different parties, not within the APC this time around, and he should be afraid for himself.
If you like, make enough fear. It's gonna be well. Hey, see a ADC counting method, just like APC. This is what they wanted my president Peter Obi to be doing. God forbid. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20.
Take
506, 508, 500.
That's the counting method.
ADC presidential primary election result. Total registered members, voters, Bola A, 765. Total accredited voters, 760. Total valid votes, 760. Candidate names, Elijah Atiku Abubakar, 740.
1,900.
Muhammad Ayatuddin, 2. I have announcing the Atiku Abubakar as the winner of this primary.
Now waiting that they want to make my president because they follow them. God forbid. Thank God. We jump and pass. Can you imagine?
Now listen to me this morning. There is a attack that is scheduled to happen between now and Friday. between now and Friday in Ondo State. Ondo State, there is a pending terror attack that is scheduled to take place between now and Friday. I'm not coming to incite you. I'm not coming to stir your emotion. I don't do that. You know me. There is a pending terror attack in Ondo State between now and Friday. And the locations are between Akure, Akoko, and Owo. Akure, Akoko, Owo. There is a pending terror attack for Ondo State between now and Friday. Akoko, Akure, Owo. These are the locations. These are the locations. Now, the target of this attack is on churches, a security outpost, or any large gatherings. This is a Salah period. The target of the attack are churches, security outposts, or any form of large gatherings. Large gatherings more than 10, where there is a lot of people. There is a pending terror attack. I'm saying this and I'm saying it with all seriousness. There is a pending terror attack in Ondo State between today and Friday. And the target is churches, security outposts, or any large gatherings. This is not a new thing. 2 days ago, they did it in Kwara State, where a church was having a night vigil. They went in, killed 3, took 15 hostage. The children, the 42 children that were taken, and the civilians and all the people that were taken on your state are still there. They are still there. They are still in the deaths of kidnappers. The 37 victims that were taken on Eastern and Kaduna State are still there. The government is busy with party politics. So now what I'm saying this one is that if you're not careful and you fall a victim, you have a government that will not care about you. You will remain there, they will kill you, slay you, do whatever they want to do to you. The man at the helm of affairs who is busy is busy politicking. They will not do any. Your life is inconsequential to them. I'm saying it this morning. This is Monday morning. I have other things I should be doing. I need to tell you now. There's a pending terror attack on Ondo State. And you need to listen and listen well now. Akoko, Akure, Owo. These are the target. And these are the places they are intended to target. Churches, security outposts, large gatherings of celebration. There is a pending terror attack. You can dismiss this and say, this and that. No problem. No problem. It is better we say it than doesn't happen, than for we to keep this information and then it happens. There's a pending terror attack. You have to be careful. Be very careful of large gatherings this period. Churches, ensure you mount people. Pass this message to all the churches in Akure in Ondo State. Mount men around your location of church in your churches. Let them watch. Let them set up watchmen that will be watching. Ensure you monitor movement. These boys that are doing iron condemn, these Fulani boys that are doing iron condemn, these Hausa boys that are doing shoemakers, and all those boys that do as if they are packing debts. Monitor them. Be very, very careful. Mount men, don't have any gathering this period between now and Friday unless you have people that are watching over your place. Mount men everywhere. There's a pending terror attack. If you don't take any action, if you don't do anything, eventually happen, you will die for nothing. Now, for the obtained time, I'm going to repeat this. Organize yourself in every local government. For now, this is for everybody now, not for only on those state. Organize yourself in every local government. Look for guns. Arm yourselves. Arm yourself with guns. Arm yourselves because people have been asking me, okay, Apostle, what do we now do? With all this, what do you want to do? I've told you before in another video. I'm saying it now again. Organize yourselves in every local government. Organize yourselves and arm yourselves. If you're in diaspora, speak with your community leaders here. Support them with resources. Arm yourselves. Organize yourselves. In squad of 5, 10, put yourself in order. Then wait for them to come. In every part of Nigeria now. Anytime they come, ensure you send them back to the head they came from. Don't arrest them. Somewhere, Amotaku, what is wrong with your brain? What is wrong with you people's brain? That you arrested them and you are handing them over to security operative. Why are you handing them over? Does it not occur to you that they will be released? Does it not occur to you that there will be no consequence whatsoever on those guys? Why will you arrest those people you arrested and you are taking them back to the security operatives? No. When you catch them, you send them back to hell. You send them to where they belong. You don't return them back to them. The Nigerian government will release them. They might even pay them. Because they do that a lot. So pay them. Organize yourselves. When they come for you, ensure that you return the fire. Go and arm yourself at this time. Anybody that wants to come and disarm you, to say they are in form of one military, they are wearing army uniform or whatever uniform, anybody that wants to take away your weapon at this time is after your life. He wants you to die. So therefore, treat such a person with same treatment like you would do a terrorist. Exactly what you would do to a jihadist, exactly what you do to an Islamist, exactly what you do with a bandit or a Boko Haram or a Fulani bastard is exactly what you should do to that person. I don't care which security outfit is coming from. I don't care which force is coming from. If they have come to take away your weapon, listen to me. You are in the south-south. You are in the southwest. You are in the north-central. You are in the east. Go and get yourself armed. Any man, any woman, any police or army or air force, whosoever want to come and take away your weapon is after your life. He wants to make you vulnerable. So that the moment they come to attack you to kill you, you have nothing to defend yourself. And let me tell you, you will die for nothing. Your government will never move. It will never move them. It will not move them. You will die and go like that. So this is the information I need to tell you this morning. There are a lot of things to talk about. But for now this morning, Ondo State, Akoko, Akure, Owo, there's a pending attack between now and Friday. Ensure you avoid large gathering. And if you must have a large gathering, set up watchmen. Question every suspected person. Ensure this attack doesn't happen. Be safe. Stay safe. Then your communities, get yourself weapon. Arm yourself. Ensure nobody come and take your life unnecessarily like that. I've told you my own. You can either accept this or you can discard it. Thank you.
You are now distinguished.
My president in South Africa.
You know, they cannot continue to be honorable when they're totally dishonorable. It is time to question it. So don't tell me we should respect you. Who are you? We don't need to do two things differently. We need to look at ourselves. So there's no. Yes. How are you going to tackle the debt? No problem. We're going to tackle it. Nigeria was a country that had no debt in 2007 because of Obasanjo wrote off all of the foreign debt. It was all forgiven. Our entire debt in 2015 was 13 trillion. Our entire debt today is almost 200 trillion.
They think that when it comes to electoral processes like this, Nigerians that are in diaspora are really disenfranchised. So my question is, when you become the president, what modalities are you going to put in place to ensure that we are actually incorporated into this whole electioneering and election itself? That's my first question. Secondly, I want to find out from Your Excellency.
Only Africa, welcome. I don't understand. What did you say? I don't understand what you write.
Why did you take me a picture when I was with you?
Believe that. I cannot fathom and I cannot believe that the two ladies, yes, plus the teacher that was beheaded, the government, no any official statement from the police, no any official statement from the president. I have never in my entire life seen an incompetent president as the current president.
That's only Africa, no.
There was no any. He did not address the nation. He didn't speak about it. Why are we not talking? There are kids there. There are kids there. We have kids there. We have kids. The woman had a baby. She had a baby. Okay, we're empathizing with the man that was beheaded and his family. What about the kids, the students? They were babies. They were out. This country is so terrible that nobody's talking. What can we do? Are we hopeless? Okay, if we go out and then protest and they fire at us, so what? Can we talk? Let us speak. The country is so dead. It's Nigerians. Nigeria, if you're not in non-Nigeria, I would not advise you to visit Nigeria anytime soon. The country is terrible and your life is.
Mr. Tony Africa, I don't understand. You say your deep breath. What does that mean? Guys, I don't understand. Michael, if you guys can hear me, is there a noise? Items now deep breath in Edo language. I know which Edo language will they speak, Mr. Tony Africa? Here. No understand though. Speak English, write for English where nah, Mr. Tony Africa. I don't understand you.
Is at stake because clearly life of other people at stake. Government, please, you are ruling us. Even if you do anything you want to do, but help us. The security is bad. People are complaining about how things are expensive. People in the village are complaining about how things are. Oyo, look at that village that they went. That village just looked like people are surviving there. That we have good health. That we the 2% or 1% of Nigerians that are working and could actually afford a stable house and good income. Fair enough. We need help. What can we do? We cannot be hopeless. Nigerians, government, why do we have you? A lot is going bad, man.
No, auntie. Meanwhile, these women were coming from APC presidential primaries. They were returning from Ekeremo after attending APC presidential primaries yesterday in Bayelsa State. They narrowly escaped death after their vehicle somersaulted along Sagbama Ekeremo Road. God, I beg you. You dey go government when want take your life. You won't go do primary. Ha! Omo.
Sorry, I do. Sorry, Zindikin Bob blame ya.
Okay, flood water, Ituma, okay. Erosion, Ituma. Okay. Got it.
Europe. Your party. No motor. I told you to do.
Their life. Great question. I don't know how much they paid them. They almost lost their life.
All the motor first.
Motor money.
They will not be terrorists.
Yeah.
Kowa da kowa fatan alkhairi. Jama'a assalamu
alaikum. Let me read this for you guys, right? This is so we know that none of us understand Osafe unless somebody does. Stop telling us not to vote Peter Obi because he's a Christian or from the South. Do you want us to vote Tinubu? No matter what happens, the votes will go to the South. Allow us to vote Peter Obi and stop spreading the Igbo hate. Okay, that's what the interpretation is. This is Peter Obi in South Africa, meeting some of the leaders there. I hear say they don't arrest Dr. Garulos Gololo. I hear say they don't arrest the man.
I see a minister of works went to Sokoto. He's telling Sokoto that the job will start from Badagry to Sokoto 2027. You did it before you do it. We can't do it. We cannot vote Tinubu. We can't vote hungry. We can't. You, how many votes do you bring from Iboy as a governor Omoye? Your Excellency, how many votes do you bring from Iboy during the campaign? How many votes? If it's for your vote from the East as well, Tinubu will not become a president. We vote Tinubu from the North, so you can't tell us what we know what to do to remove him 2027. Serious. You can't command anybody in Sokoto. Who are you? Because they give you contract of 15 trillion. You say Sokoto? Who are the contractor of that company? What is the name of the company from Badagry to Sokoto Road? And why do they start? Where do they put their bulldozer? You are telling people story, lie. You are a liar. And God will ask you that thing while you are telling people. It is no good. And now you revoke contract to Kaduna for the road. Where are the contractor? Which contractor do you give the road? From Okonga to Jos, problem. From Jos to Bauchi, Gombe, all. Have to both out to Maiduguri, no problem. Where do they do the road? From Bino here, if you are going to Kalba, problem. From here, if you are going to no road you commission as a minister. Before when you come, you are visiting the whole site, putting sea helmet, waiting what I will do this. So this we just want to campaign. Why don't you go campaign for Sokoto? We cannot vote Tinubu for 2027 from the north. We cannot. It's right there we die. We cannot vote hungry. So far, and the only appointment where it is appointing Yorubas from Lagos, not from Ogun, not from Ondo. Then we go voting for what? This person who is taking one side. Okay, why they not arrest Sunday Abo? He want a protest in London. Tinubu doesn't make the arresting. But they are sending security to arrest Bello Bodejo, arrest Kanu. People who are standing for their people, they want to arrest them because this one is a Fulani, this one is an Igbo one. The Sunday Abo is patrolling, even is making a party yesterday. He threw a party in Ibadan. He was not arrested. Somebody is preaching for Adudua. Then you want us to vote again. Then when we vote for 2027, what will come out? Then what we are afraid, and then this person is the same person want to change vehicle every year. The president every year will change vehicle. Food alone for presidency is 49.6 trillion for food, billion for food alone for president. Then he want to change vehicle every year. Do you come to change vehicle or you come for function or you come to work for Nigeria? Mr. President, I campaign with you. You know me, I know you. You say we should give you Nigeria. There's any hope. Which where is any hope? All you tell us is not true. And you say you suspend all your activities in Lagos. Okay, will you suspend the activities because people die on the food? What do you send the food for them to celebrate the Christmas? You have no activities there in Lagos. You just go there to rest. Which activities? It's just a pity, Your Excellency. You don't have any activities there. You go there to rest. And people die for hunger because they want to get the food. Do you send the food for those people so that brother can go for Christmas? No. You say suspend the activities. That cannot solve the solution. We expect you to send like 100 or 300 trailers to that area so that people can go for Christmas everywhere in Nigeria because of this shameful something that happened, which the world have seen it. Because it has seen it is under Vera already. This is the first time that Nigerian, the giant of Africa, people will die for food inside crowd because of food. You will just die. It's a shame. Not war, not anything. Then you are talking about voting. No security in Sokoto, no security in Zamfara, no security in Kaduna. Then people are dying. They cannot follow the road travel. Then you say we know what to do. Thank God you say we know what to do. 20 to 27 before 12, Oga, you don't go. You and your Oga will go and we will investigate you. Mind you, after that, we'll investigate all the money you collected from Ministry of Works. Beware. Because I have the total, all the money given to you. So beware, you will visit EFCC after we come up 2027. By 12 o'clock, your Oga, you follow, maybe you will vote you and Iboy and Lagos, but not for not. We can't vote him. You can't force us. Who are you even to tell us whom to vote? Who are you? Who are you? You are challenging us all the northern. Who are you? What qualification do we have? I'm having a PhD. You can't compare with me. An engineer. You say you are engineer. Engineer to whom? You are engineer for a boy. People are fighting between your border and Benue. What do you do to that solution? Do you go there and visit the place and you see it? Do you commission any road as a minister since you come? No. Then you expect us again saying what you are telling us what to do in Sokoto. we should vote. You are not, your campaign is nonsense. We can't vote 2027. We are taking Tunumbu out. We can't vote where a Christian can die for hungry. Once Allah come now, the same thing. Muslim will die for where they are collecting rice. We can't continue this hungry, Oga. Poor party is too much. That is just to show. It's a shame.
So, by the way, he's been arrested. I don't know. So,
Boko Haram are being rehabilitated. Now, what they do, after the rehabilitation, they fill form, they ask questions. How many people have you killed? So if you kill 50, you have your own class. 50 and above, 20, I have never killed. So if you have never killed, maybe you stay there 1 month and go off. If you kill small number, 2 months. If you kill many, 6 months. Which type of ammunition that you use? Then that's the people that they are going to pay them a payoff of 3 million and a monthly salary of 50,000. I'm saying this, it should be a shocking. I'm revealing this. After being rehabilitated, what happens the next? If you cannot live without gun, the government will provide gun for you. As a civilian JTF, you all know that they are here in Abuja. Most of them are repentant Boko Haram. Some of them that they cannot stay in the society, they are being exported to Algeria to go and attack the miners, to go and do illegal mining, gold mining in Algeria, and be paid. If they sustain gunshot, they are going to be transported back to Maiduguri and treated in the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital through the government of Borno State. The repented IDPs, repented Boko Harams, and also the civilian JTF go to Zamfara. They are there. The government of Zamfara is paying them 70,000. The government of Borno State is paying is paying 70,000 to the Borno State government. The Borno State government is paying them 50,000. Meaning it is a job, it is a business. It is not a crime to start a business if the business is being recognized by our government. The business that I'm craving for is to start my terrorism. I'm not going to terrorize anybody. I'm going to fight back. It has been so painful that the killer of my dad is being paid with taxpayers' money. The abductors of our wife, our children, our sisters are being paid off by the taxpayers' money. They drive luxury car with escort. There is one man that slaughtered 96 people a day. Now he's driving with Hilux. His name is Adam Urugu. I'm saying this, I don't care. I don't care. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die. Because what's the life?
See, this is it. This is in Ogbomoso. You remember the students that they captured, that they kidnapped? Look at them inside bush. This is the 10th night since 1 year old little children and school teachers were kidnapped in Ogbomoso. See them. Your government does not care. They are busy inflating numbers. Let's take a snippet from this debate between APC and the APC supporter and other people.
Tinubu is an incompetent, grossly incompetent leader. Tinubu clearly stated that the bulk of security starts and ends on the desk of the president. The situation is getting worse. Right now, as at recent times, these guys are live on TikTok flaunting the money they make from all of this.
Out of 243 million plus people living in Nigeria, 143 million are living in poverty. So how can you justify an administration that has increased the poverty rate in a country?
When there's a revolution, it's just like a surgery phase, whereby there's an healing phase. And healing phase is even more painful.
This one
than
I
the main
hate
injury
you
itself.
more
It's
than
gonna
the
work
year.
out. So you are saying that we're in a transition state. Tinubu is fixing the economy.
Yeah.
Can you tell me like key things that he's doing and how long this transition state will take?
For the very first time in the country, we're having good roads. Good roads. Lagos is the capital economy of Nigeria. 1999 down to 2007, when he was a governor. Lagos internal generated revenue was over 500 million. Per month. All right. Before it was not so. Education has been subsidized in Nigeria.
This education that is subsidized is substandard. That is why politicians, Tinubu cannot take his son to Unilag.
You have no phone now.
I'm a student, and I know the amount of money I'm paying. I'm paying over 600k in a public school. How is that subsidized?
No phone is out. For the first time in the history of the country, CBN is cutting down interest rates. Are you aware of that?
When the interest rate is still less than 2 figures or it's not more than 2 figures, that means you are seeing inflation. Inflation is biting hard. The highest currency in the country cannot buy a loaf of bread. What are you saying?
According to Central Bank of Nigeria, what is the percentage of people that have at least 500,000 and above in their account? 4%. It's getting better. It's getting better.
Not like last year.
Do you have 500,000 in your account?
Yes, I do.
You have 500,000.
Omo.
84 million Nigerians were living in poverty. That number increased to 115 million by the time his administration was over. President Tinubu met 115 million Nigerians living in poverty. That number has increased to 140 million now. In the first 2 years of his administration, according to the World Bank, Tinubu added 25 million Nigerians to below the poverty line. More than half of the country is now poor. Also, he has failed to lift 139 million Nigerians out of poverty, according to the World Bank, who are also giving him credit for his macroeconomic successes and stabilizing the economy, but saying that this is not transferring, particularly because food is still expensive, food inflation is high, and poor Nigerian households spend at least 70% on their incomes on food. I'm also asking this because we have a child malnutrition problem, we have a stunted growth problem, and these are permanent problems if they're not treated in childhood. These children will grow up and for the rest of their lives will be stunted or have issues because of malnourishment in their youth. I want to also ask this. There was a conditional cash transfer program launched in October of 2023. This program was over 1 trillion naira set aside to send 75,000 naira to 15 million Nigerians. It was supposed to reach 60 million households to help alleviate their poverty, alleviate their stress and problems, particularly because of removal of fuel subsidy. So this is a public information request. Do you or anyone you know, have you received this money? It's supposed to be 25,000 naira per month in 3 tranches, supposed to alleviate your suffering. 25,000 naira from the Nigerian government, because this money was set aside in 2023. The question is not only how many people have fallen into poverty, but how many people have been lifted out of it. How many Nigerians are living lives that are better today than they were before the Tinubu administration came into office? Tinubu, of course, has just been renominated as the APC candidate for president, and so we must look at what his policies have done for the poorest of us. Before we talk about insecurity, before we talk about power, and before we talk about his macroeconomic wins, stability of our currency, we must also talk about the most basic things: food, water, and shelter. How many Nigerians are doing better today than they were before 2023? And how many Nigerians are doing better today than they were before 2011?
Hey! Anyway, let's go straight to Rufai Oseni's video that he showed us, shared. He did today, the space he did today. So we can listen to some.
Before the Buhari administration, 80 to 80.
Sorry, let me mute this so I can. And let me know if you can hear. What happened? I don't know what happened here. I hope he didn't delete it though. Okay.
and you prefer, and why do you prefer that presidential candidate? So, please, we'll just say keep it clean. Keep your argument succinct. Indicate when you want to speak. Talk about achievements. We're going to be talking about cardinal areas about what your candidate is done in the area of agriculture, economy, business, security, national development, and the likes.
Yeah, exactly,
And
Michael.
just keep it clean because we're going to be playing this on many radio stations all over the country. And this
Welcome, CKP.
listeners' debate will be coming up from time to time. This is going to be played on VOP 90.3 FM networks across the country. And from time to time, we'll be giving you the chance to be able to air your voices about things. So we're waiting for a lot of people to join us up. And once we get some people, then definitely they will be able to air their views. So if you want to speak, just tell us about your candidates, just request, and we will let you to speak. But please keep it clean. Do not say anything, not say any abusive words and all of that. You know why? Because we're going to play this on the radio, and it has to confirm with the laws, of broadcasts in Nigeria. So if you want to speak, request. I think there is somebody that wants to speak. Let me add you as a speaker, Nehemiah. You can speak now, and we'll be able to take it on from there. Nehemiah, you can unmute yourself. Tell us your preferred candidate, why you like the candidates. We'll take each person across political parties, and we'll keep it moving. I want to wrap up before 5:30, 5:35. Okay. How quickly we can do it. Nehemiah, what party do you represent? Who's your preferred presidential candidate and why?
Okay, I am obedient. I'm sure that's more than enough information.
Okay, so why do you like Peter Obi, despite a lot of people say he's not ready, he's not prepared, and all of that? Can you take the floor, please?
All right, I believe that Nigeria has come to a point where we have squandered all the money that we have been squandering. We have been, I have a quote that I like to say, that Nigeria's problem is accountability. If you look around you, you probably notice that people can do whatever it is that they want without necessarily believing that they will face any consequence, right? Look through different sectors, the Nigerian police, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian Air Force, that's actually my favorite parastatal. Everywhere around the country, the MDAs, market women, even in the churches, everywhere around you see that people just do whatever that they want without accountability. And for us to solve the problem of accountability, we need a focal point, right? We need somewhere, or let me use the word, a rallying point where people are going to say, okay, this is our, what they say a tree does not make a forest, right? But a forest will always start with a tree. So for Nigeria to, let me use what to be fixed from the accountability problems that we have, we need accountable leadership, right? We do not want leadership. We don't want a leadership that cannot even be transparent enough with their own history, right? We do not want leadership that cannot be transparent enough with money that is given to them. We need leadership that can account at least for itself, then will drive others to be accountable. If you, I don't know if there's another speaker, but I'll just quickly add this. When Muhammadu Buhari came into power in 2015, Nigerians had a lot of hopes. Because of this same thing, we expected that General Muhammadu Buhari will at least be transparent enough and accountable enough. If you follow 2015, the first few months of his administration, people believed that things were going to change. And then we realized that maybe this is just business as usual. And if it's business as usual, then everybody just goes back to status quo. The corruption continued. In fact, the corruption tripled or became exponentially increased. And that is what I believe that we should be changing in our country. Like I said, Nigeria, we have squandered way too much. People mention debt to GDP, for example, as a way to veil our faces, to make it look like, oh, nothing is wrong with our economy. But can we even pay our debts? Right? Can we pay the debts that we are currently carrying? Our debt to servicing ratio is way too much for us to be comfortable with. We should not be, the Yoruba will say, we should not use boju to cover everybody's face to think that Nigeria has a comfortable economy. We do not. And for us to fix all of that, we need accountable leadership. And Mr. Peter Obi has represented accountable leadership from his time as governor, even up till this time.
Okay. So that's your own proposition for Peter Obi.
Yes.
Please, I'm going to come. Thank you so much. You can mute yourself now. I'm going to come to the next person. I can see somebody called Akin has requested it. Please, now that if I come to the next person, I want somebody from another political party. So if you're not from the other political party, please, there's no point you honoring our call. Akin,
yeah.
Are you from another political party?
No, I'm not from. Okay, so I really don't have a political party. I am an obedient.
Who is your preferred presidential candidate? Obedient. No. Yeah. Okay, so one obedient just finished speaking. Akin, let's just mute yourself so that we get another person. Let's yield.
Okay, I'm going to be at background.
Mute yourself so that we have a fair debate. Okay, I'm going to another person now. Please, people from other political parties, please join in so that we have this conversation. I'm trying to connect with the greatest of all. Okay, I mean that person is gone. Okay. Somebody else has requested. Oh, I mean, a lot of people are requesting. Please, if you support Peter Obi, don't request. Since we've already had somebody, Nehemiah has spoken, for Peter Obi. If you support Peter Obi, don't request. I mean, it's just going to be a waste of our time. Greatest of all, I tried adding you as a speaker, but I don't know. Connecting to you was problematic. I don't know. I think the network on your own end is just rolling. So I don't know. I think there's a problem at your own end. Hello. We're trying to see if we can add 2 people. I think the network is just rolling. I don't know. It's I think it's also incumbent on the network in their areas. So we're trying to get as much people in as possible. Okay. Add a speaker. Liberation chat. I'm trying to add liberation chat now. Liberation chat. You can speak now. Unmute yourself and speak. Liberation chat. Liberation chat. Okay. I'm not sure you can hear me. Rock
Yes, yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. What is your preferred presidential candidate liberation chat?
Omoye of the African National Congress.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me why Omoye is your man.
Well, Omoye has proven beyond all reasonable doubt to represent a new political order. Because as we are right now, at this junction, in Nigeria, we believe very strongly, to as many as those that are supporting the candidacy, the ideals, the ideological positions of Omoye, we believe that it is the way to go at this point in time. We are sick and tired of the Nigerian political class as it is. They are a bunch of disappointment. We are not satisfied with what they have done so far so good in the last 2 decades. We are not impressed. Anyone who is impressed with any of these established politicians do not have taste for quality, really. So we believe that moving forward at this junction in our history, we need very radical, revolutionary representation at the highest of, right? And Shure seems to tick all of the boxes based on credibility, competence, character. Being able to face crisis head on. We're talking about buildings. Shure seems to tick all of those boxes of the ruggedity that is needed, the ability to step on toes. Because if we are to fix Nigeria, really, there's no way we are going to go around it. The whole idea of trying to genuflect or try to rub, or kiss the ring of established, those that have constituted, they call them cabals. Enough is enough that will begin to, bow to them. We are not really going to be subservient to them any longer. And the power of the people will play its course this time around. We would organize the people, the critical masses of our people, to take power from these current usurpers that are there right now. They do not represent the interests of the Nigerian people. And it's high time that we organize together to kick them out. That is what we represent. That is what Shure has always communicated to the Nigerian people. And the Nigerian people are ready to organize with him this time around. And they are going to do the needful in the coming polls. Thank you so much for now.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for this conversation. Rock Spain, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm here.
Yeah, please don't be a supporter of it. We will not take supporters of Shure and what's it called now? And Peter, because people have spoken in their stead. Who do you want? Who's your preferred presidential candidate and why?
Well, my preferred candidate is Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Bola Ahmed, go ahead, tell us why.
Yeah, so to make it simple and direct, I'll just itemize reasons why I choose Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the first thing is for his bold economic reforms that were long overdue. He removed top subsidy on day one. He unified the exchange rates. These were draining billions. That could have gone to development. And the result of this bold move, government revenue has more than doubled in key areas. There is non-oil revenue hit record high of 20 trillion naira by August 2025, far above targets. Tax to GDP ratio is also rising. That's one. 2, improved physical health and reserves. Debt service to ratio dropped significantly from 97% to below 50%. Foreign reserve strengthened. Reached multi-year heights around I think 46 billion dollars. This gives Nigeria more breathing room and credibility with investors. Then another point is focus on revenue diversification and growth. Before, Nigeria used to just depend on oil, but non-oil economic, which is tech, agriculture services, and and some other areas, has contributed significantly to this. The goal of that singular point, over 1 trillion GDP by 2030. Some reports also show economic growth returning IMF projects around I think 4% plus or 3% plus. I can't remember that right now. I think he also has a lot of people-focused programs. You have the student loan, which is now for making a lot of students go back to school. We've seen testimonies of a lot of people which Nelfon has helped, and they've also swallowed in their education. We also have regional development. You have the Southwest, Northeast, and also development that also come back, which is trying to send power back into the regions. So that's just a few points why I really like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's taking bold decisions. Yes, people might suffer right now, which I acknowledge. Even I supporting him, I'm feeling the pinch. But however, it's for the greater good of this country, and I believe he will cement this thing by coming back, and we shall all reap the fruit. And not also forget infrastructure and long-term vision. Which is something that 4 years cannot solve in this country. The years of decay in Nigeria has been too much. That you sitting up for 4 years cannot do anything. But now we've seen the foundation and it's beginning to bear fruit. So I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you. So that's just a few points why I'm supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you.
Thanks for your argument. Thanks for your argument. So we'd like to take people from other political parties. We've had Tinubu, we've had Obi, we've
What's happen? This is wild.
Well, I'm not sure, as
depend on oil. But non-oil economic, which is tech, agriculture services, and and some other areas, as contributed significantly, to this. The goal of that singular point over a 1 trillion GDP by 2030. Some reports also show economic growth returning IMF projects around I think 4% plus or 3% plus. I can't remember that right now. I think he also has a lot of people-focused programs. You have the student loan, which is now for making a lot of students go back to school. We've seen testimonies of a lot of people which Nelfund has helped, and they've also swallowed in their education. We also have regional development. You have the Southwest, Northeast, and also developments that also come back, which is trying to send power back into the regions. So that's just a few points why I really like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's taking bold decisions. Yes, people might suffer right now, which I acknowledge. Even I supporting him, I'm feeling the pinch. But however, it's for the greater good of this country.
Really?
And I believe he will cement this thing by coming back, and we shall all reap the fruit. And not also forget infrastructure and long-term vision, which is something that 4 years cannot solve in this country. The years of decay in Nigeria has been too much that you sitting out with for 4 years cannot do anything. But now we've seen the foundation and it's beginning to bear fruit. So I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So thank you. So that's just a few points why I'm supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you.
Thanks for your argument. So we'd like to take people from other political parties. We've had Tinubu, we've had Obi, we've had Shore, as we speak now. And some of the speakers that have spoken before, you also have the second round, which would be a rebuttal, where you now tear the argument of people that are opposing you that have other views aside, and everybody too will get a chance. So Rock Spain for Tinubu, Nehemiah, and a Liberal Chat, right? Where is Liberal Chat? Liberal Chat, please do stay on the call as a speaker. So let's.
What is going on? Cool.
Targeted before we just.
Or they don't do anything for us. So once you're taxing people, what you notice that she has always been consistent.
Hold on.
An Atiku supporter just indicates.
Let's start from him. Come here, I don't know why.
I'm trying to add Chin also, but is he an Atiku supporter? If an Atiku supporter, just indicate.
I'm an Atiku supporter.
Excellent, Chin. So why do you support Atiku? Go ahead, make your pitch.
Okay. My values, I'm a fiscal conservative. I believe in more government, and Atiku actually connects with that value. He's a fiscal conservative. He believes that government should be smaller. He believes in pro-business, he's pro-enterprise. He believes in cutting down of taxes and reducing the cost of governance. So he actually appeals to us that believes that government should not have business in business. So he's a private and driven politician. He believes in the private sector. And because of that, we all know that most countries are driven by small businesses and medium-scale businesses. And then when you have government getting in the way of this, it causes problem. So what the country whereby the economic activities will be more. And then we'll now notice a reduction in government influence in the economic and prosperity, in the economic activity in the country. And Atiku, during his first when he was a VP, he actually showed that. And if you watch Atiku's interview all down the wire, you'll notice that he has always been consistent in actually talking about this thing called fiscal conservatism. And then also, he's someone that believes in restructuring. Even when it comes to things that has to do with these herdsmen and farmers and clashes, his position has always been on restructuring that it's the state that has the right to decide and determine what they do with their land, and the federal government can only get into it to just enforce the decisions of each state backed by the state laws. So Atiku he has shown it. He has walked to the top.
My sister,
you know
I'm
that he's the
asking
highest
the same
employer of labor
question, Annie.
in his
Welcome,
state, besides the government. He has actually walked to the top, and that is why you see Atiku can actually come out and say that, hey, look, there are lots of leakages, there are lots of wastages, there are lots of liabilities that will cop our state house, and if you can actually sell out all these things and then carry those money that you make from them and actually invest it, like the NNPC for once. We know that the NNPC is a sex, corruption, and the quota system and mediocrity. Atiku's position is that you can actually sell a large chunk of the NNPC, probably up to the tune of $20 billion, and you not take that money and then invest it in the small and medium scale enterprise, which are the driving force of major economies. And then what you do that you're actually activating innovators, entrepreneurs, business owners, and then you're creating a large stream of jobs. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, yeah.
So you're not creating a large stream of jobs, because you know that our Nigerian population is mostly made up of youth, and this youth has to be given jobs to be able to put food on the tables of their loved ones, their family, and also send their children to school. So you will notice that ripple effect when you have somebody that has that mindset that it's high time the government stop doing for us. They don't do anything for us. So once you're taxing people, what you're doing is that you're having government actually take those taxes and then put it in their own personal accounts, and then they're using it to actually fund their family's lifestyle. But once you keep the
What is going on, man? Why be say this thing they cut out? I just the verse as I dey here. What did they happen?
We are all aware that not only has our
there was this narrative that was flying out there, dividends of democracy. The reason why that word was flying was because there was this economic confidence that was just everywhere in the country. There was investors' confidence, there was consumer confidence. People are going overseas they send their children to overseas to do their masters, and they come back and they get jobs at that point. People can actually, maybe entry-level staff then could actually afford a used car, maybe a Belgian car.
Okay, good stuff.
Hello.
Good stuff. So, yes, yeah. Are you done?
Oh, okay. No, let me just stop here. I have lots to say, but no. Let other people speak. I will continue later.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, my brother. We're looking for a Jonathan supporter. We're looking for a Donald Duke supporter. I think Donald Duke was just clear to be part of those that might run from PRP. So if you're a supporter of these two men, raise up your hands before, so that we make it very targeted before we just accept you, please. So just raise up your hand so that we can get it done once and for all. That's it. So guys, in the absence of supporters of other, I can see Sam requested a Jonathan supporter. If you just tell me you're a Jonathan supporter, so I'll be able to, track and see. In the absence of this, let the rebuttal rounds begin. So, Nehemiah, you want to start the rebuttal? You're the first to speak.
Yes.
So we just take it in the order at which people spoke. Go ahead with your rebuttal.
Thank you very much, Rufai. I will start by saying, number one, supporters of Tinubu claim that he has done very well with the economy. I hope we are all aware that not only has our debt gone to almost 160 trillion naira, the cost of servicing that debt has also astronomically increased. according to statistics by DataFight, or is it DataFight or IntelPoint, debt service to GDP ratio. I'm using the word debt service so that we know, because people say that debt to GDP is good. You know, GDP is like the value of all your assets. Am I correct? Everything, including your brain and how much you can produce. But if you look at your business itself, the truth is, if you run a business, you are interested in cash flow. You're interested in how much you can pay off your debt so that you can stay afloat. Now, our debt service to GDP ratio has gone, listen very closely, has gone from 0.7% during Goodluck Jonathan's time to 15.1%. That is a crazy increase. That is, I just use the word debt service to GDP ratio, not debt service to revenue or debt service to anything. Now, that is not a good sign of a healthy economy. That's one. Two, we claim that we have used the money that is available right now to do things. Can anybody provide for us today what the latest budget performance document as of December 2025 is? We are currently in May. We are in the second half of the year. According to the Fiscal Responsibility Act, that document should have been provided. Another sign of a lack of transparency. I'm going to share another thing with us. If we feel like insecurity is going to get any better, I'm going to tell you why the answer is no. For those that say that things are going to get better tomorrow, do you know that according to the last, the numbers that are in the same federal government open budget portal, the amount of money that was released for military equipment, that's what they should use to fight terrorists, as of today, is zero. But that 0% was released. Anybody can go and fact check all of this, including Reno Mokri. But the amount of money or the percentage that was budgeted for the presidential air fleet and was released was 97%. It just tells us what priorities are. Now, if you put all of these things together, right? If you put all of these things together and we say that we have a government that, one, borrows, they claim to have removed subsidy. Anybody can remove subsidy. Showore can remove subsidy. I know Showore does not want to remove subsidy, but Showore can wake up tomorrow and say he wants to remove subsidy. Anybody can do that. But what matters to all this? What exactly are you using the gains of all of those subsidy removal to do? You do not remove subsidy and you still increase your debt like a thief. You don't do that. Normally, when you remove subsidy, then you do not need to borrow as much as you are borrowing. We expect that borrowing should be relaxed. But we have borrowed more in the last 3 years than all of Jonathan's all of Buhari's 8 years combined. That is a disaster waiting to happen. So if we combine all of these things, we are borrowing, even though we have removed subsidy, we are charging, we say we are increasing tax revenues, right? Fine, that is great. But where exactly are all these monies going into? There is no transparency into how these monies are going into. The one that we have managed to see, which is like 6 months old, tell us exactly what the priorities of the current government is. And lastly, I will say this, for others that, for my fellow article supporters that say that give us a lot of flowery things about the article candidacy, I like to say this so that we're aware. Most of the gains, Atiku is a good guy, right? But most of the gains that he claims to present to us are the Obasanjo administration, whatever it is, Obasanjo administration benefits, right? The little time that Atiku has by himself decided that, number one, he's going to end insecurity. He could not even take a stand for Deborah Samuel that was killed. The young man, old man, could not even take a stand for the young lady. So if people tell you who they are, please believe them. That's what I'd like to say about that. Thank you very much. I hit my mic.
Thank you. We'll have the next person comment. Since the rebuttal round, Rockspin, take the floor. You can come in, because some of your points were rebutted, Rockspin. So you speak, then Liberation Speaker will speak. Then we had somebody that spoke for in favor of Atiku, the fiscal conservative guy. You can also speak. So Rockspin, take the floor. This is a rebuttal round.
Yeah, thank you, Rufai. When I joined your space, I came here to sell Tinubu, which is my preferred candidate, and I think I've done that, and I gave out the figures and the things that he has done. I'm not going to be bantering words with people train around voodoo numbers and just wanting to speak, to the gallery. It's straightforward. Rufai, your colleague, which is, I think, Rotus, has clearly stated what our debt is compared to, other larger economies.
Go.
Speak, then Liberation Speaker will speak. Then we had somebody that spoke for in favor of Atiku. The fiscal conservative guy. You can also speak. So Roxpin, take the floor. This is a rebuttal round.
Yeah, thank you, Rufai. When I joined your space, I came here to sell Tinubu, which is my preferred candidate, and I think I've done that, and I gave out the figures and the things that he has done. I'm not going to be bantering words with people train around voodoo numbers and just wanting to speak, to the gallery. It's straightforward. Rufai, your colleague, which is, I think, Rotus, has clearly stated what our debt is compared to, other larger economics. Nigeria is not in a panic mode. In fact, we've not even borrowed enough. Before, we used to borrow for paying salaries, but now we borrow for infrastructure. Now you are saying that Tinubu has borrowed more than all Jonathan combined, but we all know what has happened. For every educated person that had gone through 4 walls of a school knows that the currency has devalued, and that has made the exchange rate, higher than, what it was before. So when you are calling figures that he has borrowed more than this, he has borrowed more than that, those are all voodoo statistics. And he's saying they removed subsidy. Where is the money? You should ask his governor, which state is he from? Every day they bring out figures of money that has been paid to states. Is it only are we running only a presidency here? You should ask his governor, where is the money that was given to our state? What have you done with it? You should ask his local government, the money that was sent to you, what have you done to it? So it should not come as, is it Tinubu that will tell them how they are going to spend their money in whatever state it's from, or the local government, what they are going to do? So I think Nigeria, we should wake up and stop, dancing around. Tinubu is the president, so it's easy now to throw stones. And that's why I'm not even going to, throw words to other candidates, because this is a democracy where everybody has, a right to contest. He should sell his candidate. Let's go to the field and let's all vote. Then we'll see what will happen in January next year. Thank you so much. I don't think I have time to start exchanging words and asking him what his own candidate has done before, because everybody that is going in there has once in their lifetime governed in their own capacity. So I don't know his candidate, but whoever his candidate is has governed in his own capacity. What did the governor do, or senator, or whatever the candidate is? What did the person do at that time? Tinubu is there, and we are going to do all our best to continue to sell him. And we pray that the Nigerian people that have benefited in a lot of ways, go out there in their numbers and consolidate the vote. We just finished our primaries. You saw what happened. We all came out in large numbers to ensure that he comes back. And that is going to be a testament to what is going to happen next year. Thank you.
Okay. Please, going forward, like I said, this is going to be played on the radio, so you don't need harsh words with people, please. Liberation Chat, you want to give rebuttals, and we also had another speaker, I think it was Chinoso that spoke for article like fiscal conservative. You should also go ahead, yeah.
Thank you so very much. I think my direct rebuttal or statements to all of the established politicians, because we like to categorize them together. All right, they are in the same box. They are the same political class that they have rendered this country to a state of comatose. So we categorize them together, and we, as Nigerian people, we are sick and tired of buying what they are selling. Whatever it is that they are selling to the Nigerian people for decades that have, brought us to this point, we are no longer interested in buying that, what that particular, market that is actually a market of suffering, tears and blood. And I think we have to note quite a number of things very fast. What is happening in Nigeria is not a democracy. It's a cartel. APC and PDP, they aren't competing with each other. They are one and the same. They are, two sides of the same coin. And what they do is to rotate power. They share oil money. They recycle the same faces. Defections happen weekly, because the only ideology is access to the people's treasury. All right, that is settled. Number two is that they govern for rent seeking, all right, not production. 40 years of oil, and Nigeria still imports fuel, food, and even toothpicks. It's highly unacceptable and the height of failure. Nigerian people are sick and tired. And of course, I'm not going to be stating statistics and all of these things here. I deal with what is happening on the street. I am also an artisan myself. I'm a dry cleaner. All right. I won't go and meet my local government chairman that why is there no light in my area, that we barely have 1 hour light. All right. And of course, my business is dependent on electricity. I will not go and meet my local government chairman or my councillor that why is there no light. I will not go and meet them that why am I buying fuel for 1,300 naira per liter. All right. And of course, the impact it had on my business is almost unfathomable. There's no way I will explain it and you understand it. This is what the microeconomics of Nigeria does not really tally with whatever the experts are telling us. All right, Nigeria is the state of comatose and everything is in, is not in order. All right, and we need to set things right, and that is what the Shore candidacy represents. They normalize failure. They compare themselves with themselves. They compare failure with failure, mediocrity with mediocrity. We are sick and tired of it. And they treat public as subjects, not citizens. They don't have respect for the Nigerian people. They have stripped the Nigerian people of their dignity. It is the reason why they can offer them crumbs just because they want to maintain power. And we have recognized that. We have made peace with that reality. That this time around, they will also mobilize people. They have been doing it. Look at their primaries. And you see, you look at the faces of those that they say they are voting, in their primaries. These are sad faces. And of course, they are vulnerable people. This is their demography, and they are going to mobilize such ones because all they have to do is just to tap into the pool of over 100 million people that are living in multidimensional poverty. And of course, we, the critical masses of the people, we want to constitute a force that would remove these people from.
There we go again. There we go. We only have 20 minutes to go, and that's it. Let's see.
Before we used to borrow for.
I deal with what is happening on the street. I am also an artisan myself. I'm a
fiscal conservative guy. You can speak here.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, let me say this. In the words of one of the champions of fiscal and conservatism, which Atiku is actually his values aligns with Ronald Reagan. In his debate against Jimmy Carter, I think that was the 1980 debate. There was just one word he used to win that debate. He looked straight at the American people while he was giving the debate with President Jimmy Carter standing next to him. He looked straight to the camera and he directly asked his question directly to the American public that were watching that debate, from their kitchen tables, their parlors, families. And the question he asked them was, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? That was the line that won him that debate and actually won him the presidency. And if we actually use that line to define the Tinubu's presidency, I believe that if 95% of Nigerians' answer would be similar to the way Americans felt against the likes of Jimmy Carter. The last 4 years, and I'm talking to the people listening right now in Nigeria, do you think your life is better now than it was when Tinubu assumed power? Is your purchasing power, has it improved? The money you spend, like giving to your family members, your loved ones to go out there to get something, has it improved or has it went down? Do you feel happy when you're actually going about to pursue your happiness economically, even security-wise? How do you feel about these issues? If your answer is no, then you just know that Tinubu is not the right person to come back. It's just that simple. Sometimes we do not try to sugarcoat things with lots of economic technicalities. We just have to talk directly to Nigerian people. What's the cost of things before Tinubu took over? And what's the cost of things now? And these things were in his manifestos. He actually said that in his manifesto of 2023 that he will make the living standards of Nigeria more affordable. But when they went there, we're noticing something different. So we have to start keeping our politicians honest. It's as simple as that. Whatever you promise us, we'll go and look at it. And then we'll tell you that, look, you're not keeping to it. Our life is worse off. And then because of that, you're not supposed to be there again for the next 4 years. Because I don't understand how we Nigerian taxpayers, we fund these people's lifestyle. People like Tinubu, we fund his lifestyle, his medical expenses, his traveling expenses, his security, down to the newspaper he reads. All Tinubu needs to just do there is to just worry about Nigerians' problem. That is the basic thing he does there. Just sit down and worry. We're just paying Tinubu to just worry about our problems. Meanwhile, we the working Nigerians, we the regular Nigerians, we just live day by day. We go to work every day. We stress ourselves about our families, our work, the future of our kids, what they will eat, the level of school fees we pay. And all this guy just do, he just sit down and so pretty. And then he's supposed to worry. And then we won't pay for his advisors. If Tinubu says he wants 1,000 advisors, it will still come from the taxpayers' pockets. And then when he gets there, he does absolutely nothing. His economic policies are in shambles. There's no investors' confidence. There's no consumer confidence. Everybody are noticing their purchasing power is reducing. The unemployment figure, which of course we don't even know because right now they are manipulating to the NBS. We are noticing that all these things are not working. And then somebody is here actually telling us we should hold them, the state government. It doesn't work that way. And the reason why I say so is this. In America, there's the job report. It comes out first Friday of every month by 8:30 a.m. And if you notice, the person that is always watching that job report is actually the president, not the state governors. Because once the job report comes out and there is a reduction in it, let's say it looks gloomy, it's the president of America that takes the blame. Nobody goes about asking, oh, is it the governors who hold your governors accountable? And there's a reason for it. Because they know that the job market of America is heavily influenced by the fiscal policies, federal budget, and taxations. And that's why I say, if you're a fiscal conservative, there's some things you understand when it comes to where the influence of our leaders on the economy and how it actually filters down to the states and the local levels. So that's why sometimes policies that have to do with reduction of corporate taxes or when you deregulate industries, they're often credited with job creations. And these things are these policies are actually being taken care of on the federal level. And once you don't get those policies right, automatically it's going to affect the fundamentals of the Nigerian economy negatively. So it's that simple. That's why I keep on telling people right now, the stakes are very, very high in this election. To me, I believe that this election is between the incumbent, Tinubu, and Atiku, because they came first and second in the last election. Any other person in this election is a spoiler, whether it's P2B, whether it's Sowe. I don't believe that they shouldn't be in this conversation. We should try and do it like the American system. American is a multi-party democracy, but they focus on the two leading opposition, which of course is the Republican and the Democrats. And they leave the independent. Most times they leave the independent candidate beside. Just like what they did. The only time they actually brought an independent candidate into the foray was in, I think that was 1992, and that was Ross Perot, the billionaire. The libertarian. That was the only person that they actually
sorry, I just want to correct. There's some misinformation. America does not leave the independent candidate behind.
No.
The reason why Ross Perot was popular was because Ross Perot energized his own campaign and he pumped a lot of money in. If you remember, in year 2000, there was a guy called Ralph Nader, a civil society, lawyer activist. He also energized. So they don't leave them behind. If you go back to American elections in the 60s, there was a time where the likes of the McCarthy's ran in elections, where despite the two fundamental parties, he also took block votes. So it's not that they leave them behind. It's just that they don't get a great candidate across all the third parties. So if you check an average American ballot, you've got a lot of candidates, but it's just that it's the two popular ones. And you know why that happens? Because of television spend and the likes. So I just wanted to correct that. Before I let you continue, there's a guy called Omoye that I saw his message. He says he's what's it called? He's a Jonathan supporter. So Omoye, if you can please request so that we can just add you and you talk before we go. Sorry to cut you, Chinoso. Chinoso, finish up your point.
Okay, sorry. I think you got me. Maybe it was you have some understanding here. The thing is this: in American politics, the media and the public are mostly focused on just two major candidates. There are other third parties, but they don't actually create the buzz that those two candidates create.
Here we go. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's kind of weird. If you're not on the live, let me see.
Yes. Because I don't understand. And there's a reason for it.
As a civil society, a lawyer activist, he came down to the wire. Ralph Nader's votes that he got became a spoiler. That's why the media went on him. So, of course, until he did a coalition with Trump
and everything, but we know that Tinubu is opposition candidate in Atiku. So I feel that right now
trying to make, because even if you look at that was the point you were trying to make. I remember what you said. Third party would even win.
Making my point. I was
moving on. There's no point really to getting these things. Let's just
no problem.
Let's look for that Ovoke guy. Where's that Ovoke person? Okay, wrap up quickly. Okay.
Yeah. I was just making a light opinion. I didn't actually mean that. I was just trying to be sarcastic about it. That we should actually just believe that it's going to be, when it's going to go down the wire, it's probably going to be Atiku and Tinubu down the wire based on this last election.
So thanks for the clarity. Thanks for the clarity. Ovoke said he's a Goodluck Jonathan supporter. I'm trying to get Ovoke. I've tried to add him twice, but it didn't go through. I don't know. I've tried adding Ovoke twice, but it didn't go through. And if there are supporters of other, political parties that might not, be popular and all of that, because you see, like I was saying before, it's the media that pretty much gives light to the candidate that has a level of popularity or the other. It's the media and, general acceptance, that pretty much gives, the light to that candidate. It's not that it's cast in stone that some candidate, it's how much you do the media buzz. So if we can also support the candidates that are not known, that might have ambition and things like that, we can also bring them forward and all of that. I've tried to add Ovoke. If Ovoke can request, or if we have another, what's it called, supporter, Goodluck Jonathan supporter, so that we can, put them on there. And if you're a Goodluck Jonathan supporter, please just let us know by indicating. I think I saw one the other time, and that was Ovoke that I tried to add on. But if we get that, so we can just get him, and so he can just make his own case. And let's see how that pans out. So while the debate was going on, I did a quick survey on Twitter. I mean, I'm not going to say it's an accurate survey. I mean, slants might differ. And I asked the question, like, I think Chinozo was asking that, is your life better than it was 4 years ago economically in other areas? 41% said yes. That's 20 based on 22 votes. 59% said no.
It went up to 72%.
So that's just some, but I'm not going to say it's like, I mean,
that's the poll right there.
I have over 1.2 million followers. I mean, slants and variations might differ. It might be somebody particular in a particular political party that slanted first and all of that. So I'm not going to say it's a true test, but it just gives you an idea of what people are thinking in their head. So I'm trying to also fish out other supporters. And I want to also let you guys know that anytime I have, and I'm going to be also trying to bring in the top presidential candidates on these platforms and other platforms, and also my podcast platform, that's Levon HQ.
You clock them already.
If you have not subscribed to it, we've got some interviews that you can subscribe to. And anytime we get those platforms, we'll be able to bring you also here and take one or two insights from you. I'm trying so hard to be able to get
there we go. This thing keeps churning out. I don't know. I want us to listen to the last statement.
Primaries. And then we now have a strong opposition candidate in them.
The light to that candidate. It's not that it's cast in stone that some candidate, if you of economically in other areas, 41% said yes, somebody particular in a particular supporters. And I want to also let you guys know that anytime I have, and I'm going to be also a Goodluck Jonathan supporter. A Goodluck Jonathan supporter. Please, anybody that can help me out. So at least we get a Goodluck Jonathan supporter or somebody that wants to speak in favor of Goodluck Jonathan. Please, let me try to add some speakers to it, and let's try to fish for supporters
And please, but we need a Good Luck Jonathan supporter. We also need a Donald Duke supporter. Please just indicate if I've just added you. Who do you support? Are you a Good Luck Jonathan supporter? So we could take it from there.
No, I'm not. Good evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you're not a Good Luck Jonathan supporter.
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want to share my 2 cents.
I'm just adding.
Hi,
I'm just
good
adding
evening.
people around.
I'm not a good luck supporter. So.
Oh, you're not a Good Luck. Oh, blimey,
Yeah.
sorry. Well, just be there, because I would open the ground for a quick 60 seconds. So let me just add all of the guys that requested. So I would open the ground for like a 30-second summary by almost everybody that requested to speak. So at least everybody gets a chance, to be able to speak. God knows I tried, but okay, if I've added you on, apart from those that have spoken before, you can do a 30 seconds quick speak so that we can get as many people, that requested to be able to say 1 or 2 things real quickly.
Okay.
So get on the points. Go ahead, guys.
Okay.
Okay, yes, if I've added you before.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say I'm a cardiologist.
30 seconds.
Yes, I'm a cardiologist, and
good.
Personally,
Good stuff,
I just really want to say my life is not better than it was 4 years ago. My patients are not better. I'm a cardiologist.
30 seconds.
Yes, I'm a cardiologist, and
good.
Personally,
Good stuff,
I just really want to say my life is not better than it was 4 years ago. My patients are not better. I mean, you could actually give somebody a prescription and they come behind you, they wait for you at the car and ask you to prescribe something way cheaper, or they'll go for herbal stuff. Nigerians are suffering. I mean, when we hear people come here to sell Tinubu, he should be apologizing, but I wonder why he's campaigning. The problem we have in Nigeria, look at Nigeria's core problem. We have leadership.
He has a right to campaign.
Yeah, of course he does. We have leadership character problem, and we have this financial recklessness. That is the only issue we have in Nigeria. I mean, everybody is suffering, but a group of people just act like it's normal, like we shouldn't speak up. Like everybody talking, they are the opposition.
Okay, switch your 30 seconds.
It was live earlier.
Thank you. I appreciate you switch your 30. Ijoma.
Sorry, it was
Ijoma, a lady
earlier.
would like you to speak. Go ahead, Ijoma.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Rufai,
Good evening,
for this opportunity. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, well, I'm not here. I'm a P2B supporter for a start. I just want to tell my candidate. I don't want to start going back and forth because.
No, you got 30 seconds. People have sold the candidates. Just anything you want to say in 30 seconds.
Okay, well, my stance still remains that my political affiliation is with good governance, and which we all know P2B he represents. You may not agree with him politically, but you cannot deny that he has consistently campaigned on prudence, number one. Prudence, competence, production, and he has a different style of leadership. Whatever it is that anyone will try to maybe talk him down, we all know that he's the best candidate. We all know he's the best.
Okay, to you. Thank you so much. No, that's your opinion. Some might differ. People might differ.
Yeah,
so we have a level playing field. It's the best to you.
To impose Tinubu on us. No, that I will not take. You cannot.
No, but they have a right to campaign.
Our life hell on us. No, we won't take it.
Okay.
We won't.
Ijoma, thank you so much for getting your point. Send Sam, 30 seconds, please.
All right. Has my life been better? No, I would say that the APC has been a disaster to this nation. In fact, it's not just a disaster. The 11 million votes is a fraud. And why I'm saying that is that in 2019, I was just in Uyo as I just finished my service here. I went to Uyo, got a house for a 1-bedroom flat for 180,000 there. And this year I was transferred to Abia State. I can't find a house for 800,000 for a 1-bedroom. Now my salary is within 180 and 200. I cannot put 3 months of my salary. I can't pay for a house. So I said this government is a disaster. My life has not been better. I think this government should be thrown into the trash of history.
Igaga, over to you, Igaga.
Good evening, everyone. Sometimes, a quick one. Sometimes when I see people advocate for this present government, I feel ashamed because
Igaga, they have a right to. They have a right to. Let's not. Everybody has a right to. Yeah.
Because
just state your point. I think.
Yeah. because most of all these things that they are saying that the governors, they are giving it a lot of money to make development in the state.
Now, so that they do now. You never know Nigerian journalists. Rufai is one of them now. Forget say Rufai, they once in a while they use the stubborn head, they talk true. They can't really speak the truth.
Yeah,
So we have a level playing field. Is the best through you, please?
I was just in Uyo as a young 100. I cannot put 3 months of my salary. I can't.
Let a quick, yeah. Because most of all these things that they are saying that the governors, they are giving it a lot of money to make development in the state. There are some agencies that are supposed to look over all these sites, that are supposed to look over all these things. But the government of the day have decided to hijack the agencies in Nigeria. The judiciary is being hijacked. Everything is being hijacked. Sometimes I feel like shame when people stand up and start advocating for all these lunatics.
No.
She should be stopped.
Okay, thank you, Igaga. Thank you for your words. Chukwudibem, Chukwudibem.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I believe that Nigerian leadership has been on paper. That over the years, we have been voting individuals who read our problem through papers. So 2027 is a time for us to vote for somebody who understands our problem, who are there with us, and that person is Peter Obi. So Peter Obi has a human heart, he has a listening ear, and is so accessible to every Nigerian. So I believe that this is the person that will vote. We won't vote for somebody who does not even use social media, not to even talking about hearing what we are saying here. So 2027, I'm voting for Peter Obi. The reason I'm voting for him is because he is direct in contact with us. He's not indirect. So we can speak to him directly. Peter Obi does not need anybody to write a problem of Nigerians on paper to tell him. He knows what we are suffering.
Done.
At least he has been different IDP camps. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
30 seconds done. I'd like to thank all of you for this debate, and I can assure you we're going to be bringing it all on from time to time and getting a chance to be able to talk to all of you great people.
So that's it from Rufai's space this morning. I couldn't bring it live because I was busy doing other things, but it's very important, right? That I wish I streamed it live so that everybody will see it. Okay, now listen to this. I'm going to take a couple more videos and we'll call it a day.
Dear Goodluck Jonathan, this video is for you. See, we don't want people to call you weak. We want to know whether you are weak or you are not weak. People say you used to be weak, but what is happening now is saying otherwise. They met you that they wanted to be president. You said they are going to get back to them. They went ahead, did screening. You did not show. They gave you waiver. Now they are declaring you their candidate. And you are yet to say anything. How? Are you still that weak, man? You see, one of the things that made people to celebrate you was because you handed over to Buhari. You did what no Nigerian politician would have done. That's why people are celebrating you. But right now, you are showing weakness. You are not taking a stand. And I'm making a statement because the person that is pushing this thing is the same person, one of the persons that revolted against you, making you lose your election. What am I talking about? Babangida Aliyu, former governor of Niger State. That same man is a man chairing that committee, and you are there. You are not making any comment. Okay, this is 2026. So stop sitting on the fence. Do not be a weak man. If you're a weak man, let us know. But if you're a man that you claim to be a man, come out and make your statement. Don't allow people to be pushing you in the name of presidency when nobody even knows. That's
If you like, Jonathan no go come out. Jonathan no go come out. He doesn't want, I don't know. Well, make I not to run my mouth. We will see what will happen. So, yeah. So, Mr. Galolo has been arrested, like I mentioned earlier. Whether not for all the truth when they speak since, we don't know. Yeah, so that's the situation. So let me play this other clip for you guys. This one,
Tinubu has failed in power. Tinubu has failed in education. Please do not mention Nel Fund, because Nel Fund simply means you're making your citizens poor and then you're telling them to borrow from you so they can pay for the education that they cannot afford, that is even poor in the first place. Tinubu has failed in agriculture. There is food insecurity. There is not even food in the first place. Tinubu has failed in defense. Defense is underfunded, and our soldiers keep complaining and keep getting shot for complaining that they cannot feed properly and they don't even have the tools, the weaponry to fight banditry effectively. Then let's go to empathy. Tinubu lacks empathy so much. We can see this in many cases. He went to, in quotes, console a widow who lost her son in terrorist attacks. And what did he say? He said, there is no light at the airport. I have to go very quick. He said this in a very emotionless way. This shows that the person you keep defending is allegedly a very demonic person. Yes. I'll have to go to the fact that Tinubu is a very compromised and incompetent person. I love the fact that you follow your principle to his words. So now, please hold him to his words. He said that if I do not provide you with constant electricity in the next elections, do not vote me. Vote me out.
I guess he's not the leader that ever promised you.
No, I came here to
I
debate.
guess he's not the leader that ever said that.
I came here to debate.
Humans are meant to make mistakes.
I came here to debate Tinubu. Tinubu has failed on his promise. He has gone back on his promise.
The guy came in guns blazing, man. Okay. Now there's issue with Oshowore AAC people in Abia State. Let's move on.
Today is day 9 where terrorists go carry people, children from school where they day for their teachers, and they not let kidnap, they torture them. Now with recorded video of how the terrorists cut off the head of one of the teachers. That is terrorist record on camera, how they behead, execute in cold blood one of the teachers where they kidnap, with video, picture evidence of alleged torture of the children. And the full country, they move normal. Tinubu, they campaign for second term. Nigeria is not led by human beings, because even animals look after their own. Affliction Progressives Congress, you are amongst human beings most miserable. Chief Bola Tinubu, your government is the most callous in the history of this country we call Nigeria. Tinubu was supposed to they go around, they organize, I am sorry, please forgive me rally across the country. Una get mine, they do Ori Buruku, say when I want to rig una say back into power again. Shame on you. Ori Buruku lenshi. Oshi lenshi. Wife of the president, Pastor Mrs. Remi Tinubu, ordained woman of God, because when you go to America, you tell them how you are a pastor, ordained minister. Our dear ordained Reverend Pastor Mrs. Wife of President, as a mother and as a pastor, have you reminded your husband, say amongst the people in the bush taken in Oyo State now, there is a 2-year-old toddler among them. Our dear ordained wife of president, Pastor Mrs., you don't remind your husband, say, among the people, there is a teacher backing a toddler at the back. They are still in the bush. And when they do Ori Buruku APC primaries on how to come back. If your first term be like this, what thing you go do for second term? Maybe by that second time, citizens go there bush, where terrorists don't kidnap them, while terrorists will be in government house. May God forbid this kind of a country. Our dear Yoruba leaders, Yoruba political leaders, traditional leaders, religious leaders, all the Yoruba Ronu, Yoruba Rota, Yoruba Ponu, we not come here with a voice again. No. All they talk, since the videos of this one happened for your state, there have been videos of people running for Gomosho, running for here. The entire Southwest have become a theater of blood, yet your silence is audible. Imagine, say, this picture and videos come up few months before Goodluck Jonathan, they asked for second term re-election. Imagine waiting when I for do. Imagine waiting even on a so-called master strategy. Imagine the thing we will for do. But it is good that Tinubu don't come to expose the frauds we call leaders in this country. The so-called leaders and men of integrity. It's good as Tinubu come to expose una, so that we will really know, say, when I only get selective amnesia, you can tolerate corruption. The only thing we go pain you now when the corruption no benefits you. Once it benefits you, you begin to observe table manners. When you eat, you do not talk. Shame on you. Shame on you all. But of course, I no blame una. The so-called professional bodies and organizations, we will be the victims. We're supposed to come together to fight and rescue ourselves. What are we doing? Nigerian Union of Teachers, what is wrong with you people? Waiting they happen. That is Nigerian Union of Teachers. One of your own, they kidnapped them. Children there for bush, they beat them, including a 2-year-old baby. They cut off the head of one of your teachers. And tomorrow, Monday, everything go normal. There is no national day of outrage. Nobody they talk say, make we shut down this, go stay for government house, demanding that the right thing be done. Because unfortunately, a lot of the leadership of these so-called organizations will not be the real tools where they use. Will not they stand upon the Ori Buruku mandate which you shall collapse. Yes, that is the truth. All this one, everybody, they struggle to defend their own. When it happened to this person, you won't make the come fight for you. The other day, na EFCC got brutalized Dr. Fakwaibom. Nigerian Medical Association, hey, make una come. If it happen, ask to go shout their own. They have not paid us, they have not do this. If it happen, DSS go capture person inside court. Judges go say, hey, they are after our lives. Foul. We are deceiving ourselves. Until everybody come together and dismantle this structure of criminality, everybody is a potential victim. So all this one, you are all complicit in the destruction of this country. Whether NBA, Nigerian Labour Congress, where their voice be. What has been said? All of the killings and kidnapping where they go on, Nigeria, ordinary citizens are the average victims. What will be the salary of the teacher where they kill? So what is their welfare? Since where kidnappers they carry, how many senators they don't carry where they don't cut their head? How many honorable? How many minister? How many governor? How many people in the presidency have been kidnapped or beheaded? Now the people will be the victims. Now when they go still come use buy one so that you can come and defend criminality and corruption. That is why you cannot come together to demand that the right thing be done. What a tragedy! What a shame! A 2-year-old child is there among the people. See pictures of alleged beating and torture of people's children, and everybody they move on. Then they talk about politics and campaign of a failed government that is hell bent on destroying the lives of every person. Nigerians, make we shine our eye. 2027. Anybody where they sit down on the fence, you are a part and you are an accomplice to this oppression. Every person where you know say you are up to voting age, it is not about party, it is about Nigerians rescuing themselves from this gang of political bandits. Because as it is so, victimhood is at the door of every person. Not forget, today's victims were yesterday's survivors. Tomorrow's victims will be today's survivors. The dead can no longer die. May Nigerians find the courage to wake up and deliver ourselves. Pastor meets his wife of president. You don't remind your master strategy husband. Say 2-year-old Pekin, they among the people. Not be to carry Bible, whether we not get conscience, like we are supposed to be asked on ourselves. Because we buruku lenshe. Oh, see, lenshe, what a country.
Making around everywhere on social media, where the Minister for Works, David Omoye, has issued threats to the people of Southeast, telling them that if they do not vote for Tinubu come 2027, that they risk major projects in the Southeast. So first, let me announce to you, David Omoye, that this threat you've issued to the people of Southeast, I can also say is a general threat to Nigerians. How will a minister make such a comment? The money you are using to work as the Minister for Works, is it your money? You are acting like you are doing us a favor, like if you not do this, I'm not going to do this for you. Now your money. And you see, for this thing you have said, right? It's just like when person they dare you. You don't dare us as Nigerians. And we are responding to you. We want to see that power you have, not to do major projects. People will not vote for Tinubu come 2027. And come to think of it, in as much as I, as a person, right, do not support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't believe in his agenda. I don't believe in his policies. But I must say this clearly, Mr. President. People like David Omoye, they give you bad name. These are people when lucky they work against you. They incite Nigerians against you. Because yes, as a person, I don't see this statement. I don't go vote for you. Now, so many people go vex. Even people I get mine before, they will not vote for you. May they see what David Omoye won't do. People like David Omoye, they are working against you low-key. Mind game now that they play Nigerians. They go make their vest. They go the vest for you will be the president. And in as much as you continue to leave people like this, David Omoye, they will continue to cause problem for you. They will. Do you know the damage he has done already? Look at the other woman, is it Win Homes, that brought money. Millions of money, hundreds of millions of money from diaspora to invest in Lagos. When he used Coastal Highway, enter the woman property. Videos there that he was even boasting, saying that he collector.
Before, I didn't want to, take the woman's remaining land. But when she started making for Capuchino, I said they should go and acquire the land. Not be any other person. We get to a certain extent, I'll put her in trouble. She will stop talking. I saw her vomiting rubbish. I had the Dangote called me. Say, did you see what this woman is? I just laughed. What we took is not up to here. But when she started making trouble, I sure I'm saying me in a trouble myself. I said, go and acquire that one. Acquire. You see that woman's land? That is where I'm going to put to gate. I'm a very dangerous person. When the thing started, I hired 7 SAM.
Yes, sir.
All the matters has been ruled in favor of the ministry. So she's saying, oh, we diverted. I should be probed, we diverted. Has anybody listened to her? If I want to chase her, I go chase her out. Sorry. So I'm not chasing her.
With that, please explain to me how those in diaspora went suffer to raise money to come back invest in their country. How would they like you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? And you want to tell me that David Umahi is not working against you? Oh no, he's working against you. It's a psychological game, and he's doing it neatly. They will be part of those that will contribute to your failure. And it is clear. When we see the power where you get, David Umahi, you will not see the power where you get. They will not vote for Tinubu.
So many children were kidnapped in Ogbomoso, Oyo State. Their head teacher beheaded. President didn't send any delegates to the place. President didn't make nationwide broadcasts. He didn't say a word. President is in Lagos, 120 kilometers from Ibadan. He didn't go and visit them. Today, he came out with his own children and wife to ask for you, the Mumuns, to vote for him for second term. Even when you don't vote, you know he's going to write his results anyway. This same president knows that state police will solve your problem. He refused to approve it till after his election. So the state governors will not use state police against him. He's happy for you, your children, your family to be in agony for him to continue oppressing and siphoning your money, your commonwealth. And you are out in the hot sun, in this hot sun, waving your voter's card for your oppressors. We have to stop blaming the president. We have to question your brain. Something is wrong with you. You are sick upstairs. You are not worthy to be called a human being. Even dog abroad is better than you. I feel sorry for you. We stop blaming them now. We start blaming you. Because your brain is not in order. You are sick. You are sick. Even still entertaining them, you are very, very sick. I don't care anymore. Make poverty buy all of you because your brain no work anyway. Your brain is dead. So what is the essence of living when you are brainless? Or
wonders shall never end. Every you think you have seen it all, you will see a new one. These guys, God, there is no low these guys cannot go when it comes to criminality. So most times when I come out and I talk about anti this government, anti what they represent or what they stand for, it looks like you hate these people or yes, you're trying to see for just bad news or bad rhetoric to put on these people. But every single time they just turn up, you see the vile evilness in these people. I came across a video today and I was like, wow. I could not fathom what I've been seeing because I've been seeing a couple of videos across the country actually. Because if you know what's happening in the country right now, over this weekend, APC held their so-called primaries, you know, and they were just mopping up numbers, outrageous numbers across the country. Tinubu has gotten 100,000, thousands of votes here, hundreds of thousands of votes, just different numbers, just a pointer to the numbers that they want to concoct towards the next general elections. And when I saw this number, I was like, and Nigeria see this dumb to still be coming out to vote for APC. Then alas, a video came out on social media that I saw. And I was like, no, I can't see this video alone. Let Nigerians see. Let us see exactly how these guys plan to run the next elections. Please watch this video with me.
2 candidates. One is my candidate, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The other man there, I don't know him. Only in Wakakam. So please, those who came to monitor this election, over to you. You can come.
I know. Somebody can. All right, the counting is starting now. Number 1, yeah. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Speak up, 90, 92, 95, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. I'm here. Why now? Somebody should take over this country. 11. What about 11?
1,012, 1,013, 1,014, 7,100, 1,110, 6,111, 7,112, 7,113, 7,114, 7,115, 7,116,
Hey! Hey! My God. Did you guys watch what I just saw here? Jesus on this. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 92, 90, 99, 1,022 to 5. Did you guys see what this people counted here? I could not count. I did not even watch to the very end. I just had to cut it because I'm like, what is happening? At the end of it, you hear that they gave Tinubu got 500,000 votes in Abia State. But this is in Abia State. Look at it. This is the Speaker of the House of Assembly. This is the 4th man in power in Nigeria under his very watch. Look at the fraud going on in the country. These are the people I want to give you fair and fair elections in 2027. Nigerians brace up for impact. So it's just important. I'm happy this thing is happening right now in cameras, in broad daylight. Let us see and understand what we're up against. And this brings me back because for me now, my focus going forward is how can we secure our votes as Nigerians? How can we make sure that this kind of criminality does not happen in 2027? Because I'm not banking on even the opposition leaders right now. I've lost my mind thinking that any politician will save or safeguard our votes. It is up to me and you as Nigerians to make sure that we understand what is at stake. Because I am telling you, you see this is what they are going to do in 2027. This is the plan. They are showing us openly right now. Let us know. It is not up to us. What can we do to make sure this does not happen? But even if they try it, that will make sure we stop it. And that is one, first of all, to overwhelm the polling units in our numbers. That's the first step, is to overwhelm the polling in our numbers. Whether you have voters card or you don't have voters card, everybody outside on election day. First. Secondly, after we vote, whether they suppress our votes or they don't suppress our votes, but as long as we vote, we'll be there to count our votes in the polling unit ourselves. Not to make so that we don't allow this abracadabra that we just saw right now, witness right now. And remember that Mike Guinea came out and said previously that INEC have allowing politicians to have their own polling, they might come with their own ballot paper or something, their own electoral result sheets. They can rewrite everything. So we have to be steadfast, not just open on party agents, because party agents can be influenced on election day. So we all have to be active citizens on election day. And from the polling unit now, after we don't count our votes, we don't see our votes, don't they register. Nobody they go house, go sleep. We follow our votes from the polling units straight to the local government coalition centers. In our numbers, imagine every polling unit. Let's say the mothers and our parents can go back, but the young active ones, in our numbers, everybody from polling units match the local government center. From the local government center, we match to the state rec. We have to sacrifice something for something. For me, I say we have to sacrifice 4 days for 4 years. 4 days from the election day to the next 4 days, because they're going to be doing everything possible within the next 4 days to see how they can concoct numbers, to see how they can weaken our spirit, to see how they can deflate our morale, to see how they can incite fear. But if we're out in our numbers, one thing that we can do in our numbers is that no talk, no amount of security apparatus can stop people that are out in their numbers. Even the security apparatus themselves, they want a better country, but they are acting like zombies. They follow order, and the only order they can follow is if the order is when they come out and say, okay, in this polling, in this coalition center, people in there, they're like 50. If 20 police people come down and see 50 people, even 5 police people will chase 50 people away. When they come down and see 5,000 people per coalition center, you know what 5,000 people? So we have to start getting ready and start orientating our people around. This is the work we have to do as Nigerians, so that this kind of nonsense I will just witness right now, in broad daylight, does not repeat itself in 2027. From the coalition center to the state rec, we go there in our hundreds of thousands across every state in the country. Tinubu is a one-term president.
Welcome, Sido. Lucky, welcome. Now welcome. But more to like, more not forget to subscribe if you never subscribe. We are in a fight of our lives. Take calm down.
1,000, 2,000.
Your Excellency, from the look of things, you are obviously going to win this election by your own method of free and fair election.
921,000, 999,000.
So eventually, if we come back for second time, what are you going to do differently?
Well, it's not what I'm going to do differently. Why is P2B gallivanting up and down? Well, I mean, if you look at the nature of the way the state is going, why is he gallivanting? What did he do for 8 years? He comes and then he sells lies to you people, and you believe it.
599.9 million, 700 million.
But Your Excellency, the question I ask you is about your government, not some other candidate who has nothing to do with your government.
What do you mean? You gave a number of people beer. Do you think they can bear it?
Governor Muneke cannot win this election. Look at the rubbish they are doing. If they like, let them rig the election. He cannot come back. I know the will of the people will stand. What has he done? Only borrowing. People down everywhere. He doesn't have integrity. There is nothing that will make him come back. Manufacturing election results. Look at the manufacturing numbers. This is preposterous.
500 million. 599 million.
Look at the opposition. He's even oppressing the opposition. The opposition does not have anything to say.
Your Excellency, I beg. I don't want to run again. You have already won the primaries. Please, I beg.
I told you to step down. You don't compete with the lion. You said you want to do it.
I beg, I know they run again. I beg.
One more mess, I will mess you up.
Jesus.
If you mess again, I will mess you up.
As an advocate of good governance of this
political too.
Exhibit. The boy is stupid. That's it. Empty promise.
You get it?
Wasting my time since
if you don't get it, forget about it.
As I was saying, good governance. This state deserves a good governance. And if you watch it very well,
you don't know why it's going on.
I don't need this one again.
Hey, Jesus.
On top small money and the appointment, you just throw away integrity. Can't you see good governance?
Integrity is cheap inside.
If somebody is doing something right, you support him. That's why I'm supporting you.
1 billion votes.
It's all about perspective. Are you
3 billion votes.
Sir, what changed? You are the one complaining that you're borrowing money and not doing what you're supposed to do with the money.
Who doesn't borrow? Who does not borrow? America borrow. Other countries borrow.
The perfect election we are running here. Primaries, this is how we run it every year.
If a government does not borrow, how do you expect him to work?
1 billion votes. 4.90-something billion votes.
You have money and you're saving in the account. That is what people did.
£100 vote.
Free and fair. As you can see, people are peaceful here.
If you watch it again, you will see that Governor Muneke is actually trying. He has done a lot.
So, Your Excellency, your spokesperson has been saying you've done a lot. So, what is this a lot?
Well, first off, we all can agree that P2B is a political harlot. And that is why I will always ensure that he will never be on the ballot. Because look, you will see that people are truly going through a lot.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. So there's no slot.
200,000.55 billion for 1,000 votes.
Jesus.
Iraq in Nigeria, all not seen this picture. But for those who are like me, because I could not watch the video, my friends were trying to show me the video, I could not watch it. I can't even behead a goat. I can't behead a ram. I can't behead a chicken. Not to talk of watching the beheading of a human being. Not just a human being, a decent human being, a noble human being, a teacher, a mentor, a leader of students. This man, a teacher in Oyo, was beheaded by bandits. His life was cut short by bandits. He was kidnapped alongside other students. And today, they've used him to show example by beheading him. Are we in a normal place? Is this a normal country? You know, when someone talks, they say he's talking politics. It's political. Yes, I agree, I am political. But is the beheading of this man political? Is this not a security problem? If you fix it, those of us who are interested in politics, are we going to have it to talk about? How come bandits can take 40 persons, 50 persons go into the bush? And the government is convincing me that they don't know where they are. Me. When they wanted to arrest Justice Crack, they tracked him, and cornered him in a place. They used gadget to jam his phone. He did not even know. He could not do anything from his phone. And then they swooped on him with guns. They wrapped him, covered his head, threw him inside the car. He didn't know. From the time he was taken to the time he got to DSS, after like 4 days, he did not know where he was. They cannot deploy such expertise to arrest the real criminals. Bandits are beheading people. Bandits are beheading people in Nigeria. And it is somehow okay. And some people are still finding the nerve. Some people are still finding the heart to support this administration. The man that was beheaded is not from my village. The man that was beheaded is not my tribe. The man that was beheaded is not from my state. The man that was beheaded share consanguinity with the president. A president that cannot protect even his own people. Tinubu is surpassing the calamity of Buhari in leaps and bounds. When Buhari finished, up to eight local governments in his state were no longer under the control of Nigeria. Bandits are taking over. Bandits were taking taxes. Bandits were farming. It is the same thing under a Tinubu, because people want to steal. People want to accumulate wealth primitively. Under a Tinubu, bandits are now not only collecting ransom, they are now beheading. This is at least the 4th or 5th school kidnapping we have had in Nigeria since Tinubu became president. Tinubu is the president that has gotten the highest money since the history of Nigeria in 1960. No other government has gotten the kind of money Tinubu has gotten. Even Gowon that said money was not our problem, it's what to do with money that is our problem, did not see the kind of resources that Tinubu and this present crop of 36 failed governors have access to. Yet, it is under this government, police have completely lost touch. Police can no longer police. You are the one that will police now and report to police. You have to police and report to police. The army are not feeding well. And anybody that says the army are not feeding well, they arrest the person. Nobody's hearing about the Navy. Nobody's hearing about the Air Force. Nobody's hearing about SSS is to arrest Omoye every other day and try him. Go to court, you see SSS with big guns in front of court, civilian facilities in front of courts. SSS are there. That is now their permanent address. They don't have another work they are doing again in Nigeria. Nigerians, wake up. Wake up. 2027 is just by the corner. Wake up. Shine your eyes. Where? Wake up, my brother. Wake up.
Hey, Nigerians, if you not like me, not wake up. Election by 2027, just know that you're going into war. This is the meeting that Peter Obi had in South Africa. It's 50-something minutes long. I was going to share with you guys, but events have overtaken that. When we have time, maybe we'll come back again. Of course, we notice the way they've been counting. Let's listen to this woman.
Any theatre practitioners, any actors, Moma lo babalapini as a point of contact. Or Moma Bella to the Baba mi Adebayo Salami, Igwe Olaiya, Baba mi Jide Kosoko, Yinka Quadri, Ogogo, Remi Surutu, Auntie Shola, Auntie Tony, Yereko, Yarembo, Mama Awero, gbogbo yin ni mo fẹ́ call láàárọ̀ yìí. Reason tí mo dẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ call yín láàárọ̀ yìí tí mo fẹ́ lo Baba Lápinni ni wípé Baba Lápinni nígbà tí ẹ sọ pé ẹ ṣe campaign ní last year tí wọn ò dá yín lóhùn. Ẹ bọ́ síta ẹ wá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ padà lọ ẹ lọ bá wọn polówó Coastal Road. That means wípé ẹ ti ní connection láàrin ìjọba. Wípé igbe tẹ́ ẹ ké níta bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé igbe tí ò la ẹ̀mí lọ ni, igbe tí ò la àwọn ọmọdé lọ ni, wọ́n gbọ́ igbe yín, tàti wèrè wọ́n gbọ́ ohùn yín, wọ́n dẹ̀ móhùn yín ṣàṣẹ torí a rí nínú àwọn ìwà tó tẹ̀lé. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin òṣèré up till now àti ìrí ẹni tó jáde sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n kó. Àǹtí Surutu ẹ ti ń campaign fún APC ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí abiyamọ ọ̀rọ̀ abiyamọ. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin òṣèré yìí Ọpẹ́yẹmí Ayéọlá jáde, ó máa jáde nítorí abroad ló wà, ó mọ bí ọmọ ṣe kókó. Ẹ̀yin òṣèré yìí ò tí ì jáde, gbogbo yín tẹ́ pera yín lóṣèré, mẹ̀kúnnù ló ń bá yín rajà yín. Kò sí mínísítà, kò sí kọmíṣánná, kò sí ọmọ president tó lọ sí sinimá lọ wo iṣẹ́ yín. Àwọn wọ́n kọ́ máa pè wọ́n free premier nítorí owó tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà. Àwa mẹ̀kúnnù, àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù ló ń lọ wo iṣẹ́ yín, mẹ̀kúnnù ni wọ́n kó sìn. Bá àti rí nínú gbogbo yín pátápátá àti tó jó lórí nínú yín. Àti tó jó lórí nínú yín tó yẹ kó gbọ́n. Àwọn bí Igwe, àwọn bàbá Ògògó, àwọn Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́, àwọn bàbá mi Adébáyọ̀ Sàlámì, gbogbo ẹ̀yin olórí ẹ̀yin Yereko Yarembo tẹ́ jẹ́ abíamọ tá rò pa abíamọ tòótọ́ ni yín. Àti rí kẹ́ bọ́ta kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n kó. Mẹ̀kúnnù yìí mo sọ fún yín pé àtijọba àti ìjì òjọba ló ń fìyà jẹ mẹ̀kúnnù. Mẹ̀kúnnù ló ń bá yín rajà yín, mẹ̀kúnnù ni nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, mẹ̀kúnnù náà ni ẹ tún lè sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ mínísítà kan ni wọ́n gbé àbí ọmọ mínísítà kan náà pa, gbogbo yín máa kóra yín jọ ẹ lè ṣe solidarity nítorí àwọn ọmọ onílẹ̀ ilé, àwọn ọmọ tí wọn ò lọ́lá, tí wọn ò nẹ́nìkan, tí wọn ò níyè kan, gbogbo yín ò sọ̀rọ̀. Kí ló stop yín láti lọ sórí platform yín? Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn ń wò yín, àwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ yín, kẹ́ ẹ kọ́ sórí platform yín pé no, without our children no campaign, no children no campaign, release our children, bring back our children or no campaign. Èyí tó jábíamọ Surutu, Rẹ̀mí Surutu ẹ̀ ń bọ́ta ẹ̀ ń campaign. Saheed Balógun, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ jábíamọ. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ tán. Ọlọ́run kó ṣàánú wa. Gbogbo yín ẹ jáde kẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn ọmọ tán kó. Ẹ fi platform yín sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ fi platform yín campaign. Àárí lórí èyí tí ò ní page, àárí lórí page yín. Kárí wípé without our children no campaign. Ẹ kàn ń ṣe lọ bó ṣe wù yín. Ẹ ń wò pé kò sí nǹkan kan, ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù, ọmọ kò lé ènìyàn, ọmọ kò rárá òun náà kó. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ ìkan nínú mínísítà yín ni, mo mọ̀ pé ẹ ṣe solidarity sọnù ẹ gbé mọ́tò òfò kalẹ̀ lẹ́ ń wá wọn lọ ṣùgbọ́n ọmọ mélòó nínú yín ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti ẹ̀ wà ní Ọ̀yọ́ state tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ theatre practitioner ní Ọ̀yọ́ state ìjẹ́ ti gbé mọ́tò lọ wá family tí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ìjẹ́ ti lọ wò wọ́n sin wọ́n lánàá representative yín wo ló wà ńbẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n sin teacher tó kú lánàá representative yín wo ló wà ńbẹ̀ ìjẹ́ gbé mọ́tò lọ wo àwọn tí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ fraction Ìlọrin Ọ̀yọ́ state fraction àwọn tó ń ṣeré ìjẹ́ ti nominate àwọn èèyàn láti lọ wò wọ́n nítorí pé kò ń ṣọmọ minister náà kò ń ṣọmọ olówó náà kó àwọn ọmọ kò lénìyàn yìí dẹ̀ ló ń wo fíìmù yín o tó bá jẹ́ pé fíìmù yẹn ti wá jó lórí Facebook ẹ ti ní kí wọ́n lọ wo fíìmù yín tó yẹ kẹ́ fi platform yín kẹ́ fi sọ̀rọ̀ kí ló dé tẹ́ dákẹ́ alápinni ẹ jáde ẹni wọn ò ṣe nǹkan kan fún yín wọ́n padà ṣe fún yín òun ló jẹ́ ká rí yín tẹ́ polówó coaster wọ́n pàpà ṣe fún yín òun ló jẹ́ ká rí yín mi ò ní wà surprise náà tó bá padà invite Igwe náà ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí tó jọmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ̀kúnnù gbogbo yín ẹ dákẹ́ nítorí pé kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ olówó ẹ̀yin mẹ̀kúnnù sẹ́yìn náà rí pé ẹ̀ jámọ́ nǹkan kan lójú àwọn people yìí ẹ rí pé wọ́n kàn use yín níjọba máa use yín àwọn náà máa use yín tí fíìmù bá jáde sí wọ́n wá jó ẹ lọ máa wá data tẹ máa rà tẹ máa fi wo fíìmù wọn ó ní nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ara yín nísìn ààrí lórí platform kankan nínú wọn pé no children no campaign no children no election wọ́n kàn ń ṣe mùkàmùkà ní because ọmọ kò lé ènìyàn ló kú ọmọ kò lé ènìyàn dẹ̀ ni wọ́n gbé ó máa tó stage kan honestly àwọn èèyàn wọn bá gbọ́n wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa bọ ògùn gbígbóná fún mẹ̀kúnnù tó bá yín wo iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe kẹ́ ẹ lọ lo platform yín kẹ́ ẹ lọ máa kọ́ sórí platform yín kẹ́ ẹ máa learn voice yín èyí tẹ́ Rẹ̀mí Sùrùtù ẹ jọ mí lójú ṣá ẹ jọ mí lójú gan ẹ̀yin gbé mic ẹ̀ ń campaign káàkiri ọmọ àwọn kó àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀yin grandmother wọ́n kó àwọn ọmọ ààrí lórí platform yín ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń wà lórí TikTok àǹtí Tóyìn Adégbọlá náà ààrí lórí platform ẹ̀yin náà ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń wà lórí TikTok pé kẹ́ kọ́ síbẹ̀ wípé no children no campaign no election ẹ kò dákẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ bá gbé fíìmù wá ẹ gbé lọ àwọn olórí burúkú ni ṣebí mẹ̀kúnnù ni wọ́n bá yín rà ṣebí fíìmù là wá wálé ayé wa wá wò ẹ kíà ní bí ìjọba ò ṣe kíà nípa àwọn aráàlú lẹ́yìn náà ò kí ẹ ní tí gbogbo yín máa jẹ náà òun náà lẹ ń wá àwọn tí ẹdẹ ń ṣe bẹ̀bẹ̀bẹ̀ lẹ́yìn wọn yìí àwa náà là ń raṣẹ yín mẹ̀kúnnù ló ń raṣẹ yín kí ló dé tẹ̀ tí ìdìde alápinni so nítorí pé kò bá pé kí wọ́n sẹ́tù yín dé nsìn kò kàn yín Sùrùtù nítorí pé kò bá pé kí wọ́n sẹ́tù yín dé kì í ṣe ọmọ yín kò kàn yín ẹ̀yin ìyá eréko ẹ̀yin ìyá rainbow nítorí pé kò kì í ṣe endorsement kò kàn yín Fúnkẹ́ Akíndélé nítorí pé nísìnyí ò contest as deputy governor kò kàn ẹ́ gbogbo yín dẹ̀ lẹ làbò yín lẹ bímọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe ìkúnlẹ̀ àbíamọ abẹ́yìn kó dédé wòyí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ olóyin.
As they drop am, I go dey bring am come here. You see this matter, I know they shout again.
Anodua descendant. It was Omoye, Anodua descendant, beheaded by Islamic jihadists, Utumadam Fodio's followers in Yoruba land. I said President Tinubu is not a Yoruba man. Many of you are doubting me and I'm making nonsense. You see, there is a say that if you sympathize with terrorists, you are a terrorist. If you talk or look or behave like a terrorist, you are a terrorist. Anyone supporting jihadists in Nigeria are jihadists. Jihadism is terrorism. Last year, we wanted to celebrate unity in Yoruba land. The end of Kiriji War. We paid for an auditorium in Atife. President Tinubu sent order from Abuja to disallow us from holding celebration of unity among Yoruba people. But an Hausa man and if a Fulani man can come to anywhere and dominate and bring violence. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ ń support aburú yìí, Ànábì ò jèrè ọmọ, ẹ ò ní jèrè ọmọ. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ ń support ìnira ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sẹ́, mo ní Ànábì bí gba ọmọ,
ẹyọ kan ló kù Fatima nìkan ló kù Fatima òun gan ló máa yé last ni gbogbo yín pátápátá then support jihadism or terrorism in Yoruba land ẹ ò ní jèrè ọmọ o nítorí nǹkan tó alúgbòhùn ló sọ mo ní kó olúgbòhùn kó gbóhùn mi olúgbòhùn dákun dábọ̀ gbóhùn mi o wọ́n ní kankan lè wé náà jó ni wàràwàrà lọ́mọdé tó kọ ẹ̀sìn bọ̀ ilé ògbà ọ̀nà ògbà ní ṣe wé ara gbà òkìkà kan kì í sọ ti ẹ̀dọ́lá olúgbòhùn o gbogbo àwọn tó mú aburú wá sí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mo ní má jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní ìgbádùn mọ́ o jẹ́ kí ilé gbóná mọ́ ọkọ̀ náà gbóná mọ́ wọn ànábì tí wọ́n ń jà fún òjèrè ọmọ má jẹ́ kán jèrè ọmọ o ilé ayé wọn bá kan fojú sunkún ọmọ wọn ni pátá.
It's funded in Nigeria. So please listen up. Start with number 1. Kidnapping for ransom. Kidnapping for ransom has made terrorism in Nigeria a profit-making exercise. It is now profitable to be a terrorist in Nigeria, and that's why we have mass kidnappings. That's why they're popular, because they believe that they will either pressure the communities or the government to pay for this kidnapping. Number 2, we have taxation and extortion. Now, this is the modus operandi of these terror organizations on a day-to-day. Because we have low government presence in rural areas, they tax and extort these communities. Communities must pay tax before a farmer can go to his farm or to leave his farm. This is a very popular means of making money when it comes to terrorism in Nigeria. 3, we have castle rustling and banditry. We talk about banditry and terrorism as though it is synonymous, but the way they operate is slightly different. Banditry in terms of stealing cattle, stealing farmlands, and terrorizing communities to pay either for the taxation or extortion from before, or of course, to give them their goods. We need to understand that profit in terrorism in Nigeria is so well documented that it's now said that Nigeria sends out funds, Nigerian terrorists send out funds to the international counterparts. Illegal mining. Now, actually, 5 would be illegal mining, 4 would be cross-border smuggling, because it covers more than illegal mining. We have smuggling of fuel, contraband, illegal mining, minerals and gold, human trafficking, and the arms trade. This all funds terrorism in Nigeria. It doesn't fund just normal criminality like in other areas, it funds terror. When you now consider the illegal mining empire, where some people say that Nigeria loses $9 to $15 billion per year because of illegal mining, we have at least 15 of the critical minerals required in the world today when it comes to EV batteries, AI technology, industrial, all the things needed for industries around the world. We have those critical minerals, whether it's copper, iron ore, lithium, gold. All of those things are in Nigeria, and therefore the illegal mining industry is funding terrorism to an existential degree. There's a recent report by Reuters that everyone should read, but again, there have been multiple studies on this. If we go past that, after illegal mining, there's also looting and raids. This is less funding and more equipment. We have terrorist organizations attacking military installations and police stations so that they can get equipment from them. But of course, they also have funds from the mass kidnapping, from the illegal mining, billions of dollars per year. Now, what people usually focus on is the last thing, informal support networks. That's where you have sympathetic businessmen, maybe the members of the political elite who are in collusion, members of the diaspora or foreign nationals. That falls all under informal support network. But I feel everyone always focuses on those things, and that's not key driver of profit making in our terrorism. And we can say that because 1, it has been studied, but 2, mostly because that is where they focus their efforts, and that is why it is so popular to see more and more mass kidnappings, because it is financially rewarding for the terrorists. Of course, I know people are going to come to my DMs or come to the questions with conspiracies. I can't report on a conspiracy. I don't want anybody to carry me. I can only report on what has been documented. And these things have been documented.
That's all the videos I have for you today. We're going to be wrapping it song from our favorites artists. Let's go. Thank you all so much for joining me this day. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Yeah, make everybody go. They tell their people for house, go and register. Make sure you stand and defend your vote. If you know you're in a place where you don't have the numbers, move your polling unit to a different place where you can go together as one. Two.
Sayobi,
obi kerere nke obi kwankwaso. Oke movement mutafio. Wana obi kena kwankwaso. Kareza mu inasara. Oke movement obedient. Babu shaka simunchi. Inda kaje obi. Ananza mubika. Tashi yanzu mutane sun farka daga barci mun gaji da wahala da yunwa obi na kawo hangen nesa kwankwaso na kawo karfi da jajircewa arewa da kudu sun hade yanzu domin sigaban Najeriya ba son kai ba muna neman shugabanci na gari domin matasa su samu aiki domin talaka ya samu sauki sun tsora ba mu da kabila amma yanzu mun zama daya matasa sun miƙe taye sun ce lokaci yayi da za canza kasa muna bukatar hasken wuta muna bukatar ilimi mai kyau muna bukatar tsaro da zaman lafiya ba alkawarin kariya ba. Kwankwasiya da obedient sun hade hannu domin nasara. Dukan Najeriya tana kallo. Sabon zamani yana zuwa. Obi! Kwankwaso! Sai nasara! Jama'a sun tashi tsaye. Mu hade kai Najeriya. Lokaci yayi da za mu canza. Daga Kano har zuwa Lagos, daga Kaduna zuwa Enugu, mutane suna waka tare. Domin Najeriya ta gyaru. Ba tsoro ba ja da baya, muryar jama'a ta fi karfi. Da kuriya za mu kawo canji da haɗin kai za mu yi nasara. Idan kana son Najeriya ta gyaru, tashi ka nuna goyon baya. Okay, movement yana zuwa. Sabon haske yana fitowa. Obi kerere dobi kwankwaso. Okay, movement mutafio. Ona obi ke na kwankwaso. Tareza mu inasara. Okay, movement da obedient. Babu shakka sai munchi. Inda kaje obi ananza mubika. Hey, ananza mubika. Say obi ananza mubika.